Hi guys, welcome back to the Break Room Podcast, and we're doing a little, hybrid. We got Vin remote tonight.
Finagling.
We got three of us in the studio, which is nice. We got a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. We apologize for not having the full gang here last Friday, but Vin and I had our adventure in Minnesota. I was hired by the Maplewood Mall in Maplewood, Minnesota for what they called MapleCon, and it had nothing to do with syrup. I was kind of disappointed, but we had a good time. Made a lot of folks happy. It was a new experience for me and for Vin. None of us have been to Minnesota before, and the line was like immediate. Like when we got to I didn't even get to put my shit on the table, and the people were just lining up, and these fucking jewelers next to us were getting pissed off.
Hanzo was pissed.
Oh my god, the guy looked like Hanzo from fucking Kill Bill, and he wanted to kill me. He wanted to kill Peter. But because they were crowding around his jewelry store, and nobody was buying his overpriced shit. So fuck him.
Help.
But and then it was funny because one of his employees left the store and asked to have a picture taken with me.
Fuck him.
It was great, and I think the owner had to take the picture because it wasn't that dude; it was just an employee. Because the picture of the owner was the lady that took the picture of the employee.
Fuck them.
But it was a good time. We came home Sunday, and it was a pretty short trip. Vin, of course, was an invaluable help to me with the filming and stuff, and honestly wouldn't have survived the trip without him. And but and that's what we were doing last weekend.
Makes you a question: how cold was your bukyak in Minnesota?
Ooh, Maron! I went to go get breakfast on Saturday, and it was 7 fucking degrees, and it was sun out. Oh my god! Holy shit! The fucking balls went whoop right up in there. Fucking
Nipples are so hard they could cut fucking glass.
Jesus Christ!
Woo!
No, take your breath away, cold. It's that cold. It's
Take my breath
More shrink than a therapist. Are you kidding me?
5 minutes.
Yeah, you can keep that fucking Minnesota fucking shit for yourself.
Yeah,
I like the cold,
shit.
man. I don't
You
know.
like the cold?
I could thrive. I thrive in the cold.
Although
man.
that was a good
right.
joke I told. I says everybody knows where the Big Apple is, but nobody knows where the Minneapolis is.
Mink.
I get that.
You like that?
Put 'em
Yeah,
in
see,
there.
he likes it.
Did they treat you
Mikey
guys?
likes
Did they treat you guys well as New Yorkers from the East Coast?
Oh, they
or-
were just fucking hyped that Peter
Very,
Griffin was there. That's all that mattered.
All
I
right.
mean, people were following me around and shit.
Yeah, they couldn't care. They're very pleasant folks out there.
Super nice
Very
people. It was like
pleasant
Diet
ride
Canadians. Even their fucking street signs had maple leaves on them and shit. So
home. Yeah, it was
Diet
little
Canadians?
Canada. There's a little.
Yeah,
there was
the
a
Diet
little.
Canadians.
like
Dr. Canadian.
Where is?
Like a
I don't
Diet
even know where
Canada Dry?
Minnesota actually
Yeah.
is on a map. It's isn't that the west?
Minnesota,
Western-
it's right down below Ontario, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
over
Oh, so
there?
it's on the
Yeah,
northern.
below
Canada,
Toronto.
Midwest.
Not
I
far
thought it
from
was the
Toronto.
Midwest, but it's north too. You're saying it's on the border.
It's north, yeah.
Northwest.
Yeah, it's
Northwest.
I'm trying to think. Because in the top left is
North
Washington,
by northwest.
right?
You
Like
gotta-
literally
you gotta
above
go
it.
east,
You know how
like
the top
5
of New York
states.
goes into Canada?
yeah.
Well, the top of Minnesota goes into
I'm trying to
Canada.
think from
It's
left to right.
If you're looking at the Great Lakes,
No,
it's
it's
to the
closer
left
than
of
you
the
think.
Great Lakes.
It's to the left of Michigan and shit.
Major
Yes.
Deegan
Michigan,
Expressway.
North of
Wisconsin,
Chicago, all that
Minnesota.
shit.
Very good. Very good.
George Washington Bridge.
Major
very
Deegan
good.
So it's west.
Expressway.
It's
Yeah, the
west of.
geography experts over there.
It's west of Michigan.
It's west of
It's
Michigan,
west
yes.
of Michigan and
Indeed.
west of Wisconsin.
It's actually northwest of Michigan, because Michigan, say this is the glove of Michigan, because it's I'll
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it like that.
Finger Lakes.
I would say Minnesota's right here.
Okay.
It's a little higher.
They don't have a Wally's bagel. You wouldn't
Separated
like
by
that.
Wally's.
Wisconsin.
I don't have it.
That's really what's separating them. Is
Well, what's to
Wisconsin.
the west of it then?
The
Would that
west
be
of Minnesota?
Washington?
The Dakotas, I think, right?
Yeah, north.
I thought
and
the
South
Dakotas were in
Dakota,
the
I believe.
northeast.
What?
No, not the
The
northeast. The
Dakotas?
northwest. Dude, the
I don't
Dakotas,
know where the fuck. I don't know anyone
the
except
Dakotas
for
are
Brock Lesnar
next
that's
to
from Dakotas.
fucking almost Washington State.
Is it? Okay.
It's like
So you have Washington,
Idaho,
Dakota.
Montana,
Yeah, all that shit.
South Dakota.
Well, Montana and I think is more south. Montana.
No, it's not. Montana's north.
What?
Montana's cold as
You
shit.
have to
Are
bring
you
up a
fucking
map.
kidding
I
me?
know more about the fucking European geography.
No, you
than
know
I
more
do.
about Game of Thrones than fucking.
I can tell you where
United
everything is in
States.
Westeros. Yeah.
What's west of Westeros?
You
Your
can fucking
sister's
tell
there.
you.
Perhaps
Chris can
the
tell you.
Shadowlands of Ashai. There's theories.
The Shadowlands.
Dude,
What if
if
it
you
just
go-
takes you around and it's a planet?
Well, that's the idea. Is then the easternmost point of the map is the Shadowlands of Ashai.
The
So
fuck
if you
are we
keep going
talking
north,
about
you
here?
end up south. See?
Perhaps. That's the
That could be
prophecy
the-
that Daenerys
see?
hears.
That's
To go north, you must go south.
Yeah. You don't just stop being Jewish, dude. 50,000 years from Moses to Sandy Koufax.
Oh man, I love fucking Walter.
I'm not buying its shoes.
Stop buying its shoes.
It's not taking your turn, dude.
I'm buying it a beer, dude.
But yeah, we had a blast. That was a good trip. That was a quick trip. That was like we were there the night before and we were back the morning after. It was like
Yeah, bing bang boom.
Let me
Knocked it
ask
out
you,
of
how
the
much
park.
how much networking did you guys do? How much?
Gave out a lot of fucking business cards. Let a lot of people know about our podcast.
All right.
We
I
actually went
probably
live on
handed
the
out-
podcast from there, so we're actually on in the mall.
Do you think that's going to open up
we have-
more opportunities down the pike to do
Well,
other
even
stuff?
the guy that hired me for this plans on having me out for more events.
All right.
So that would be really cool. I've noticed an uptick in my appearance requests since I did the Texas convention because that kind of put me back on the con
That's nice.
tour. And I got a couple of cons lined up. I think I have one possibly in Georgia next year around Halloween. I've got one in
like,
June in Brooklyn. I've got one in Pittsburgh possibly.
What's in
or
Brooklyn?
South of Pittsburgh, about an hour south of Pittsburgh. In July, Brooklyn Comic Con. It's actually in Greenpoint, my family's old stomping grounds.
Look at that.
And we should go over there. You know what? We could go to what is it? Calm Minds Pizza.
Fucking Calm Minds.
Calm Mind Pizza is the only place that I know
Fucking
of
Calm Mind
that
Lupatazzi.
has. They actually have Manhattan Special on tap. You ever fucking hear of that? Manhattan Special is a real old guinea drink from
Uf, man.
Brooklyn. It's coffee soda. It's like carbonated coffee. It's delicious and it's sweet. It's
I've
delicious.
tasted that coffee soda shit before, and
There
it's
we go.
I
fucking
can drink it by the
disgusting.
gallons. It's
you know what they're trying to
Disgusting,
push
dude.
right now?
raised
Burn a
on
hole
that
through your
shit.
fucking stomach. It's
Manhattan
disgusting.
Special. Oh, I
Manhattan
love it.
Special specifically.
Yes.
I drank that once. Oh my God.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke.
Oh my
Campaign,
God.
to put milk in Coca-Cola. So I don't know if you guys.
I've
thank you.
I've actually we've done
Milk and
weddings,
Coke.
Vin. We worked weddings where people would mix
disgusting.
Coca-Cola and milk.
What's this in? Help Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yow
I
is
think
in
I
the
did.
chat. Yow, yow,
Oh,
yow.
so they
no,
call it
Brown
like a
Yow.
soda
Oh, no,
creamer
Brown
or
Yow.
something like that. But the way that the
no,
milk.
thanks.
Cena's coming back.
I can't see him.
I don't want it.
John Cena sucks.
No, I just watched that again. Remember the prank call video? That shit was probably one of the most legendary.
That
prank
was
calls
good.
of all
Oh
time.
yeah.
I used to do.
Who's champ? You'll find that out at WWE Super Slam. Oh my god,
That's
that
nice.
shit was so funny.
There's
Yeah,
your-
but I don't know. Wrestling doesn't hold the same appeal to me today as it did back in the day. I don't
We're
know if it's
watching
'cause I got
wrestling for you
older
guys.
or if maybe they're just not putting out a good enough product. Because like I can watch the old shit and it's like still like fun to watch.
Watch when
to me,
Cody
like-
Rhodes comes back. Watch when they build this up.
When
to
Cody
Royal
comes,
Rumble.
well, Cody comes from the Legends.
There's
That's
been
why,
some
you
good
know what
shit
I mean?
going on right now. They have
You look at people
Sami
like-
Zayn's story is good, right? You're liking Sami Zayn's story.
Even Randy Orton, like he's son
injured.
of a legend.
Yeah, he's injured right now.
That's why it's like entertaining to watch them because they came from the cream.
So speaking of wrestling, I know it's kind of like early, but without having any really fucking bad weather like we did last year, where it snowed and it was a fucking blizzard, we do plan on having a Royal Rumble get together. We do plan on having a special Royal Rumble podcast. Friends are invited to the basement podcast down there. Your sister's ass podcast in the basement, aka the studio.
Four fucking opinions.
Four
whatever
fucking
you wanna call
opinions.
it.
Yeah.
It looks like a studio from where I'm looking at you guys.
Yeah.
Right, we got
I
tables
think
and
we'll have a
ladders.
great time. I think this year's Royal Rumble has got a lot of surprises. Rumored that The Rock might be there. Cody Rhodes making his comeback.
I did it for the Rock.
Yeah.
You've been watching Young Rock. Speaking of the Rock,
No,
Fantastic.
I want to watch.
I
it.
saw a cool
I heard it
promo
was
for it.
fantastic.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I think
So
the
good.
latest episode was him about either the latest one or the one upcoming is about him inventing the people's elbow.
Yeah, it's really good.
The People's Eyebrow.
Really good.
I used to do that shit all
No,
the time.
so what date is that, Joe? What date is Royal
Yeah,
Rumble?
so that's
Sorry,
that's a Saturday, January 28th at 8
I
p.m.
think I
Take
RT'd
that.
on for that, so
Yeah, we're all off that day. We're
okay.
we're gonna be off that day.
that'd be nice.
And Chris gets to hang out with us on a Saturday. Isn't that nice?
Another thing I wanted to talk about was some of the stuff that I got on the table here.
Got nice stuff on the
there
table.
was a big Black Friday sale on Hasbro Pulse's website. I did a live opening of the toys on my personal Real Life Peter Griffin YouTube, but I brought some of the stuff out that I got that day to the show. First thing I want to show off here is the Sergeant Slaughter. He looks fantastic. This is the G.I. Joe line Sergeant Slaughter. So this is the first time they've released a Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe action figure since the 80s. So this is a really exciting time. I think he looks outstanding. The way the shades look, he looks really like the cartoon. They did a good blend of like his action figure that came with the Triple T tank with the camouflage pants here. What I would love to see in the future, if they're going to continue making Sarge figures, is I would absolutely love a mail away with the black tights and the G.I. Joe logo going down the side
I like
of the
the
leg.
blue tank shards too. That was one of my
that would
favorites.
be cool. That's like the Slaughters Marauders line.
Maybe that'll be like a Chase Slaughter with the blue.
I don't remember if that's the one that came with the Warthog or not.
No. Oh yes, actually it did. It's actually a good point. Yes, it did.
Or did the blue one come with the Triple T and that one came with the Warthog?
I think that one came with the Warthog and the blue one came. Yeah, you're right.
True.
Give me some Sarge, Rob.
At ease, disease. Give your hearts to America, Joes, because your butts belong to me. Yo, Joe. Yo, Joe.
But next up, so I know I've historically said that I hate Fortnite, but Fortnite actually made the best looking Snake Eyes figure.
That's a
possible.
Fortnite figure?
This is a Fortnite figure. You can tell by the little grenades. They're kind of like disco colored on his chest. But honestly, the paint job they gave him is outstanding with the silver accents, because if you get the G.I. Joe line one, it's actually not such a stark contrast. It's really like very, like the whole thing is just cast in black and it really doesn't have too much detail. But I saw this one. It was on sale for the Black Friday sale, and I couldn't justify the full price because they wanted like $50 fucking for this thing. But I got it, ended up, I think like 35 or whatever the hell it was.
Black Friday,
I could
man.
swallow it a little better. Kickity. But
I didn't even leave that. Did we talk about Black Friday yet?
Black
I don't
Friday?
think we even like.
We did.
discussed-
We did.
We did a whole episode last year on Black Friday.
No, we on Black Friday we had an episode.
Did we?
Unrelated to the Black Friday sales, one more toy that I actually didn't show off yet at all. I actually got an action figure of myself here, and I took the action
Dude, from
Force
here it looks
Sergeant's-
like Elton John, dude. I,
know,
swear
it's
to
like
God.
a fucking fat Elton John.
It looks like when you first
he
handed that
didn't
to
come
me,
with the sunglasses. He's got the, this is what he looks like. It's supposed to look like me. I don't think it particularly looks like me too much,
I
but
thought it was Paul Giamatti. when
Paul
you handed it
Giamatti.
to me.
See, I should put it on the Rhino.
I literally thought you were like, look who it is. I'm like,
And
is it
then,
Paul Giamatti?
Kind of looks like a young Jay
Put
Leno.
the sunglasses from the Action
That-
Force Sergeant Slaughter
yeah.
on there, and it looks a little more like me. But it still
He's
doesn't
like
look
Sergeant
me.
Slaughter's manager. He's just
Maybe if I lose 200 pounds, it'll look like me. But yeah, that was a really cool toy. And then the last thing I want to show off on the show today is this really fucking cool Neutrona wand from the Ghostbusters. I bought this thing like a year ago, and it finally came. And there's actually a sequence that you have to go through to turn the fucking thing on. So there's these switches here, and then and then you one of these, and then you just yeah.
it just
Thing's
came.
fucking sick. I mean, the vibration features on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Just came again.
But what's really, really sick about this piece, number one, I mean, the details on this are sick. It's got a hook here if you want to just hang it to your belt. Otherwise, when the Proton Pack finally comes out, it actually has a mount here for that. I backed the HasLab project for the Proton Pack. I'm not going to be getting it until spring of next year, so I'm figuring probably as late as April or May.
Rob, what did you pay for that?
I think this was $250. The pack itself was, I think, $300, $350. So all in all, it's not that expensive, considering if I were to build the pack myself, not only would it weigh over 30 pounds, which would kill my fucking back by the end of a convention, it would also cost me about $1,100, $1,200.
Hold it up to the camera.
And this pricing that I'm coming up with is what the price was 10 years ago
How does
when I
that
first
compare?
considered. So
Size-wise, I mean, how does that compare?
This
to
is a 1-to-1 scale because
Really?
what they actually did was take the original props from the movie and scan them with a million different pictures, and they created a 3D mold that they were able to replicate, and they really put a lot of detail in here. It looks like it was welded together, the weathering on it. I mean, clearly it's not all made of fucking steel, otherwise I wouldn't be able to, wobble it around like
I ain't
this.
afraid no
But
ghost.
the proton pack that you get from the HasLab is only 15 pounds, which is half the weight of a custom-built one. So not only did they put this chock full of features, but they also made it half the weight of a custom job. And they had Adam Savage come into the HasLab's room to show off this thing.
I was gonna say from MythBusters,
And he's from MythBusters, yeah, and he is a huge Ghostbusters freak and has made his own proton packs. And to compare this to his, he
That's
was
nice.
astounded by the features that they put in there, the customization abilities that they put in there,
Liquid metal.
because they have buttons on the proton pack that don't do anything and encourage people that are into electronics to make them have their own functions. If they want smoke to
nice.
come out of it, if they want music to come out of it, they have compartments that you can stick little Easter eggs. Like they have the little Stay Puft Marshmallow Men from the new movie that you can stick in the pack. There's green ends marshmallow slime that you can hang from it if you want it to do that particular cosplay. But my plan is once I finally get the pack is I'm gonna try to look into like a flight suit and try to get the
We need to do a cheesy promo commercial for the show.
we're ready to believe you.
Are you tired of watching shitty podcasts about your sister's laundry? Are you sick and tired of Italians rating food in pizzerias?
No,
Something like that. You know what I mean?
no, I can do that all day.
Well, rate pizza?
Yeah,
I thought you were on a diet.
yeah. Well, they put the word "die" in
Oh,
diet.
yeah, no
for a
more
reason.
fucking, no more pizza hunts. Or we got.
Well, I want a big pizza hunt.
Get
Uh,
this guy.
Have you
Guy,
gone to
come on
any of these
track.
pizza hunts?
No,
You
because
didn't
I was
go to
working.
any of them.
You have no frame
But
of
I made
reference
every
here.
episode, motherfucker.
You have no.
before
You're like
we
a
even-
child
Small
wandering
child
around.
wanders into the middle of a movie.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
By the way, we got SmackDown on right now.
SmackDown.
Just to fill anybody
Oh,
in.
It's
Kurt-
Kurt.
Russia
It's
was
Kurt
hiring
Angle's
those
birthday. It's
Kurt
also
Angle's birthday.
our friend Jackie. Happy birthday, Jackie.
Happy birthday,
Birthday,
Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie is a core buddy of mine.
Core, the core, the core.
The core, the core, the core.
Oh, so what? It was you, Sam, and Jackie.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, Roddy,
Ronnie,
what's
right?
this? Oh,
It's
yeah,
Ronda Rousey.
Fucking
Who-
That was
People-
such a
it's been
disappointment
trending
for him.
online.
sin.
He looked at it.
I
He
mean,
was like,
he's-
"Oh my
it's
God,
been
Roddy
I was
Piper!"
like, well,
It's
he's
running around.
dead, so it's not like he's gonna come out. But
That's
I
it, he's
thought
dead.
they
trending
were gonna, like, do
online
something
to
for
fire
him.
Ronda Rousey.
They're gonna
People,
fire her?
people hate her. They want the fans want her fired.
I mean, people hated her when she was still in the UFC. For Christ's sakes.
I feel like she was pretty beloved in UFC, but WWE
Until she lost, yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
lost twice, and then that was it.
Yeah,
Flew out of the tank.
Too much
Boom.
hype.
Holly Holm.
She was
who it?
unstoppable
Oh my
until she
God.
wasn't.
Yeah,
I know you.
it was.
You see what I'm saying on there.
You like Holly Holm better
See
than?
what
No,
I
I'm-
see.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
leader.
But yeah,
Jesus.
these are the things. I also got. They made a 6-inch scale Ghost Rider figure that I ended up scooping.
So close.
That finally came. I mentioned the selfie series. I got the classic Rhino, not the fucking Paul Giamatti version, the fucking abomination.
We want the Paul. Dude, would you
Stupid
get a Paul
bullshit.
Giamatti
No.
Rhino if you saw one? In the
I
You know,
would
I'll
get
get
it.
one,
I
and
would
then
get
and then we'll go to
Yeah.
Jersey and buy some rockets, and we'll
Get
just
it.
send them up in the fucking stratosphere where he
Yeah.
belongs.
Want to see helicopters?
And but yeah, I kind of went ham. I got a few more things
Show the games.
coming
You got
in the
some
mail
games
from
over
the,
there,
from the
too.
Black Friday deals. But just yesterday, I went to the mall in Bayshore with my dad, my brother, and my niece for Christmas shopping. And I noticed that they opened up a video game trading post that has a bunch of arcade machines, some pinball machines, and they sell and buy retro video games and systems.
Need more of
They
that.
also have some modern shit. You know, they've got a bunch of Switches in there if you wanted to buy a Switch. They have all kinds of games.
They got N64 games.
Yes.
See, that's
In
what we
abundance.
need. I miss when like going to the store and like
In
GameStop or
abundance.
something would have that. And then there was Play and Trade, but they're gone.
Playing Trade's
There
gone.
really
and that
isn't a
breaks
lot
my
of-
heart because that was my stomping
Play and
ground.
Trade. No,
There was
Play
a Play and Trade
sucked.
around the corner from me, and I was friends with the guy that owned
Yeah,
it.
the one right over
I
here.
used to be able to just play games whenever the fuck I wanted. It was a really fun time.
I don't know, man.
was
That
friends with all the guys
asbestos-riddled
there.
fucking
That- yes.
flea market we went to had
That
the
was-
best selection of games.
That was the best
They
one.
had an insane selection. I mean, you should have
And
seen
they were
Play and
affordable,
Trade.
too.
back
Play
in
and
the
Trade
day.
right before they went out of business, they gave me 2 bad Nintendo carts. I got 2
Really?
games that didn't work, and
They used to
that
test
place
them
that
in
we
the
went
store,
to, the
so that's what it went downhill
Tri-County,
then.
what was it? Tri-County
The
Flea
Tri-County
Market?
Flea Market. I think they
Yeah.
call it the Tri-County Bazaar now.
Yeah, the bazaar. Hey
Yeah.
man, we went
No
to that
shit.
place.
They
and
got a
would
lot of
clean every
fucking
game.
like hole the wall
Everything.
like shit that like you wouldn't expect is there.
We
It's
should
like
do
a
another
treasure
trip
trove.
there.
We
do
should.
a
I
trip there.
wouldn't mind going back to the Tri-County.
That was
But
a fun trip.
back to the story about the video game trading post. A game that I have been trying to track down for some time now is Def Jam Fight for New York, and none of the places that I frequent have had it, but I finally fucking got it. So I got Def Jam Fight for New York, and as a bonus, I ended up getting Def Jam Vendetta. So I got both games. They gave me an awesome price. The guys that run the store were fans of mine, so they even hooked my niece up with 4 quarters so she could play Pac-Man and stuff. So shout out to those guys at the Video
Oh.
Game Trading Post in the Bayshore Mall.
Couple of things here. The comments. So first of all, Tricky Ricky made it. Tricky Ricky's in the
Tricky
house.
Ricky.
Mike Yao was here immediately the moment the show started. He was here.
He gets the alert.
Tricky Ricky is also saying happy birthday, Jackie. So,
that
Renee's
bell.
here. Perfect.
Renee. Yeah,
send the
what
birthday
I would like
wishes.
to do possibly is we have the technology. I have a couple of converters that are able to convert the component cables.
Power
the
converter?
the 3 color component cables that power the
What we use for the
PlayStation 2,
N64.
and convert it, exactly, to an HDMI. So we can possibly do
Come
some
on.
Def Jam Fight for New York on my PlayStation 2 and maybe stream it. So that
Dude, I'm ready to
shit
play
would be hilarious.
WCW versus NWO Revenge and freaking whip your asses. As
Oh,
fucking
Revenge,
Rick,
yeah. Well,
Rick
we got.
Steiner
I
again,
have
Scott
my own
Steiner.
copy of Revenge now,
I'm ready
so I
to
don't
play
have
with
to
Liv
borrow
Morgan on
yours.
SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
Liv-
also
Liv
got
Morgan's.
WCW versus the World on original PlayStation. That
great
was a
one,
really
too.
great game.
So, do you know the whole lineage between the actual developer of these games, Def Jam games? So WWE kind of parted ways with
THQ.
THQ, AKI, yep, which did WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, and also those WCW games, Revenge. And then I guess EA picked up the license for AKI, and they made they used the engine for those wrestling games to make a rap Def Jam game. And that was a really good one. Def Jam Vendetta had Method Man, Redman, DMX.
Fat Joe.
I mean, that was awesome
I never
back in the
played
day.
those. I always
was
thought
cool.
it looked kind of stupid.
Yo,
honestly,
Fat Joe,
It's the
Fat
engine.
Joe,
It's
kick
the
him in
same
the
engine.
I didn't know that it was the same engine. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
yeah.
when WWF
Same
at the
engine.
time got the Ukes license to do the SmackDown games.
2 ukes.
So SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth, SmackDown, Know Your Role, SmackDown, Here
I
Comes the
remember
Pain,
those.
and then that started into the SmackDown vs. Raw series.
Those games are pretty great though too.
Those were
now,
great games.
right,
SmackDown,
yeah.
Here Comes the Pain was fucking great.
Decision.
That was the craziest one because I'm pretty sure you could like climb Times Square, grab onto a helicopter.
Once the
Fucking,
helicopters.
you could literally grab onto a helicopter. You could run
Where's
people
Ric Flair
over.
when you need him?
Woo!
Yeah. Well, Rick, gotta love Rick.
Oldest
that-
ride, longest line.
So wait, we got that other thing coming up too. Speaking of wrestling, right? We have the what was that Bret Hart down at New Jersey, the WrestleCon that. Rob
So
had,
I was
Another Bret Hart
misinformed
event?
on the website. It was a little ambiguous.
That's not till May.
So Sarge is actually
Is it?
not going to be at that show.
Yeah,
The
that's
only
in May.
people that they've announced so far are Bret Hart,
Demolition.
and I think
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
again.
So guys that you guys all saw already. last
But
year.
I thought Sarge was going to be on there, but the part that has a picture of Sarge is actually from mail-in autographs. So
It's still early. It's
No.
not. It's
It's
not
still
slated
early.
till
They haven't
May.
announced
They could-
everybody yet.
Yeah, they could.
I can try reaching out to Paul Inserto, who's Sarge's agent, because I'm Facebook friends with him, and see if they're actually
must
going to
be
go
nice.
to that or not. And that'd be cool.
WrestleCon
Because I want to get him to
2023.
sign my belt behind Chris right now. Because we have Bret Hart's autograph, and really the only other autograph that I could think. I mean,
Hulk
I
Hogan.
doubt I'll be able to meet Hulk Hogan again.
You never
'Cause
know.
he stays at the beach shop, and
Take-
I'm not
take a-
going all the
take
way
a
to
trip
fucking
to the
Florida
beach
with
shop,
that
you know,
thing.
Fly-
Go to his
Florida.
beach shop.
Florida to the
You
beach.
think I'm going to fly all the way to Florida with that
See
belt?
Jimmy Hart.
Florida to the beach.
I
Put
met
in-
Jimmy
you
Hart a
put in
couple
luggage.
times. Jimmy Hart knows me. He's a nice fella.
So, in the midst of talking about games you bought and going to a game store, did we all watch the Game Awards last night, or anybody like caught up on?
Work.
I saw that Christopher Judge won the performance of the year for Kratos,
Yeah.
which I think is well deserved.
Yes.
I think his speech was a little long. I think it ran
It's like
6.5
8
minutes.
I just
Or
love
Al
his voice.
Pacino
I
had to
can
stand there and
hear him
watch
talk.
That's not that long.
But I mean, he
compared
was
to
I'm
fucking
super proud of him.
Hillbilly
He did a
Jim's
great
Hall
job.
of Fame
There's
speech.
God, and
You
Mr.
ever
T,
hear that?
Mr.
God
T,
of War
Hillbilly
ran
Jim,
with a lot of awards.
Mr. T and Hillbilly Jim had like the
Hillbilly
longest.
Jim had the longest.
He's
WWE
still up there,
Hall-
right?
Oh my
it's
God.
still going,
Mr.
dude. It's,
T was really killing
no,
it.
it was like it was like an hour long. Like try to find it.
God,
It was a good
Hillbilly
speech,
Jim.
but it was like, God damn, dude.
For Hillbilly Jim, they gave him that much time. Damn,
Well,
that's
that
really
after that,
cool.
they put a limit on it
They
because they
have
kept
to.
going
You
too
have
long.
to. You have to put a limit because people
Yeah.
just keep talking. I want to thank everybody on the planet.
There was a game announced, like a world premiere. It's called Crime Family, and it's basically just a spitting image of Grand Theft Auto. And it's got Michael Madsen in it. It's got a bunch of
Oh,
celebrities
wow.
in it. It's
He
got
was in
Danny
Narc.
Glover in
I think
it. It's
It
got
looked more like Cyberpunk than it looked like Grand Theft Auto, though.
yeah, but there was I was hoping you would watch that because Michael Madsen came out and he was talking about
Michael
how.
Madsen does a lot of voice acting.
Well,
Let's have you know.
listen, he was
Yeah,
talking
he'll
about
take
how
any-
he was talking to Al Pacino in the back, and he's like, a lot of you didn't know that, but I actually made a movie with Al Pacino called Donnie Brasco, and if you haven't seen it, you should go look it up and watch it because it's a
See,
great
Chris?
movie. And I was like,
I didn't know
fucking,
Michael Madsen was in that.
come on, man, Sonny
Sonny
fucking Black.
Ah.
Sonny fucking
Sonny-
Black is a fucking rat. Okay?
Michael Madsen was in another game
He's a
way
friend
back
of
in the
ours.
day. There was a
Friend of
game
ours.
that came out. It was called Narc.
Yes.
It was $20. It was made by Midway,
yes.
and you were a crooked cop, Michael Madsen.
Wasn't Michael Manson a voice in Grand
He was-
Theft Auto as well?
Yes, he
Yeah, he
was a
was.
cop.
In
Who was
three.
he?
Was he
Three?
three?
He was in 3. It was in
3, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
in 3.
Yeah.
But you could do any drug in
Michael
that game.
Madsen's a
Narc. It was
fucking man.
amazing. You could literally do like
He was great in
heroin.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, great. Mr. Blonde.
Yes, he was great in
Why
Reservoir
do I have to be
Dogs.
Mr. Pink? Who cares what your name is?
He's got a good voice.
Jokers to the left,
I did
here
see-
I am,
He
stuck
was
in
great in
the
Sin
middle.
City,
He was in
too.
Dishonored also, which is another good video game.
He was
series.
fantastic in Sin City with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
a
He just
bum
got that
ticker.
voice.
I'm great.
Oh man.
Ben, what were you gonna say?
No, so I did see Al Pacino was the one that gave the award to the voice actor for Kratos there.
Yeah.
And it was kind of awkward because Pacino was definitely up there, and he's like, "Well, I can't see the teleprompter, but you know, I don't play video games, but I've watched."
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say,
my
why do
kids
they have
play
Al
them."
Pacino?
Yeah.
What was he
Um,
doing there? He's not in any video games. He didn't even do the Scarface
Hey.
video game.
Yeah, no,
It-
they weren't allowed
it
to use
just
his likeness
lends-
for the Godfather game either.
That's true. Yeah, he
Just
was a
lends
totally different guy.
credibility- It lends credibility to the growth of the video game industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Bring in.
Well, even
bring in
Christopher Judge was like, "I just met Al Pacino."
yeah, for real.
Wasn't Michael Madsen in Heat? He wasn't in Heat, right? Or
Oh
was-
yeah.
It was in Heat,
Is he
right?
the like a robbery movie, bank robbery? I never
You
saw.
never
I never
fucking
Well,
saw
that's
Heat?
Reservoir Dogs.
You
That was
never
bef-
saw Heat?
Chris.
I'm trying to remember. No,
on.
I didn't.
Michael
see
that's the
Michael
that's the
Madsen.
second movie in history that had Pacino
No,
and De
he
Niro
isn't.
in the
He's
same
not
scene.
in
The
Heat.
only
Sorry, I
one.
lied.
That was an
Uh,
80s
he's not
movie,
in
right? Late 80s,
90s.
early 90s.
Yeah,
No.
he was a great movie.
Which one is
95,
that? What's the
96.
what's the plot of that?
Fucking Heat. They rob a bank.
So yeah, bank
Robert De
robbery.
Niro's
That's what I
a
said.
dope bank. He's a dope bank robber. Basically, multiple missions from Grand Theft Auto have been based
Yeah.
on the movie.
Yep.
Heat.
James Taverna says he's also in The Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
which he's
Hateful
in.
Eight.
I think
Oh,
he's
he's great. That's fucking-
Tarantino.
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
The
that
great.
Hateful
makes
Eight was
sense.
actually a good movie. It was a long
Yeah.
movie though.
I didn't see
Hateful
that. I'm
Watch
gonna
that.
watch that before. it
She's
comes
got
out.
Heavy
a
dialogue.
great big ass,
Heavy-
and you got your head all the way up it.
But yeah, he was in Heat. Tricky Ricky says he was in Heat. I'm trying so hard to remember where.
It was
Michael
95.
Was he one of the
I was
dealers?
4 years old
uh,
when he came out. So
Doesn't
yeah.
mean you have to watch it, you uncultured swine. You can watch it when you
Yeah,
get
I'm-
older.
I'm open to watching.
Great
I didn't
movie.
see Ghostbusters when it came out. I didn't see Return of the Jedi
Well,
when
there's-
it came out. You know, come on,
There's
man.
a flip side to that coin. If I see you coming around the corner when I feel the heat,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop everything.
Yes.
No
That's it.
love.
By the
Oh,
way,
come
Kurt
on.
Angle is
You
in the
gotta watch
ring
Heat.
right now.
Amazing scene. That's an amazing scene.
They're celebrating Kurt Angle's birthday on
Al
SmackDown.
Pacino sitting across the table from Robert De Niro. Come on.
So the jersey he's wearing is actually being sold now on Chalkline.
Yeah, I would not wear that.
Well, I'm just saying, it's I bought a bunch of Chalkline Bret Hart shorts that you guys saw over the
Like
summer.
a fucking American blimp wearing that thing.
So no, to your point before the video game awards, that it does seem like
Somebody's
you said
interrupting.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just
I'm not
trying
watching
to.
this fucking
Oh.
Fuck
TV
is
show,
that?
you guys.
The Alvin and the Chipmunks? What the fuck is that?
It's just
Alpha
it's Kurt
Academy.
Angle in the ring. But
ADD on the.
Looks like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Look at him. With the A on the corner?
Yeah, it's Alpha Academy.
It's so stupid.
I mean, there were a lot of great reveals last night. To your point, Vin.
God of War took a lot of awards.
6
They
awards.
did not take fucking Game of the Year, though.
Well,
I'm
that's
pretty
understandable why they didn't get Game of the Year.
pissed. Why?
Well, Elden Ring was more of an original game, where God of War was a direct sequel to a game that was like a carbon copy of it 4 years ago. Personally, I would say God of War was my Game of the Year, because I didn't play Elden Ring. But I know Elden Ring was a massive hit, and it was very popular, and it was more original, where, you know, Ragnarok was just a direct sequel. It could have been, at some points, you know, an expansion pack for the original God of War. It was very, very similar. So
I'm trying. Did you play Elden Ring?
Elden
Rob?
Ring.
No.
Rob never played Elden Ring. I didn't play Elden Ring. Joe didn't play Elden Ring.
no,
Fuck Elden
I'm the only one that was crucified for saying
I'm
that
not
game
playing
fucking
none of them
sucked.
Souls games. My blood pressure will go up. It's
Rob
like watching the
does
Jets
not
play.
like things that are hard.
yeah.
That was the worst thing. Was fucking flying home
like
from
things
Challenging.
from Minnesota, and fucking the Jets lost to the Vikings on a fucking
Oh,
plane
God, that
full of
broke
Rob
my
Vikings.
doesn't
heart.
want to
That's
do
fine.
any chores in
Pissed.
video games.
No,
Fucking,
fuck that.
in
I
Grand
do
Theft
it to
Auto,
relax.
We'll be
If
playing
I
Grand
want to work,
Theft-
I might as well make money. Get the fuck out
We'll
of
be
here.
playing Grand Theft Auto. Be like, what do I gotta do? And we'll be like, you gotta drive and talk to this guy.
Click left on the D-pad.
Yeah, but
Now
then
go
you're sitting
down
there fucking
twice.
driving for
Now
like 40
click, yeah.
minutes.
It's
trying
like
to get
you
go
literally
down
just
one
gotta
end of the
drive
map
down
to
the
the other.
block.
I'm like, if I want to
out.
drive, I'll fucking
Now
drive my car.
over here. Now come
Stupid.
over there. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
fucking
They'll
Lord of the
walk you
Rings with
through
cars. Get the
every
fuck out of
single
here.
one.
Over here and over there.
Yeah,
and
Renee,
it's his
Renee, you
ass.
did hear these three idiots say Elden Ring sucks, and they're wrong.
Elden
and they
Ring.
all
I didn't
said,
say Elden
didn't
Ring
play
sucks,
it,
I
but
didn't play it.
sucks.
Elden Ring
sorry,
sucks.
Tyler.
You
I
heard
did
me
not-
say,
I
Renee, fuck
I
that
lumped Joe
game.
into the room
Fuck
there.
that game. I'm not
Chris,
stupid.
Horrible. Fuck
that
It
game.
actually
Not
went-
about that
Chris's
shit.
complaints about Elden Ring were similar to Rob's complaints about Skyrim.
Chris
Not even-
Chris, your game of the
Somebody
year was
just
Grand Theft
commented on
Auto
that
5,
video.
right?
Well, hey, Grand Theft Auto 5. We
He's
can
got
talk about that.
147 million
Listen,
fucking dollars, but yeah.
2022, you buy a next-gen console to play Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft. That's
Well,
nice.
let's
Hey,
talk about that for a
speaking of that,
second.
wait,
Fair, we're not
Chris,
playing
it's perfect
5, we're playing
transition.
It's the
online,
perfect
which is
fucking
something.
time.
Perfect
Let's go,
transition.
baby.
Segue. All right. Me and Vin always want to talk about Grand Theft Auto. Boom. Grand Theft Auto hour. All right. They're
Hour,
adding
I gotta go. I gotta
they're
take a
adding
shit.
ray
All of a
tracing.
sudden-
They're adding
So, yeah,
ray
they're
tracing to
updating
GTA.
I looked at the
Online.
trap, Ray.
Yeah, GTA Online's getting a big update coming up for this Christmas.
What's going on?
PS5 only features.
Yes.
So ray tracing, enhanced textures, enhanced lighting.
Jesus
They only
Christ.
leaked a few. They only showed a few screenshots of it so far, but it blows away what's available on even like PC max setting with modifications.
Is that
So
for
people are trying to
PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X?
Yes, exactly.
Now,
The next
Xbox
gen
Series X, if I got that on
Oh, no,
there,
he's got
is
a
it
milk truck.
crossplay with PlayStation? Or do I have to get the PlayStation 5 version?
No,
to play
it's
with
not
you guys?
crossplay.
It is
The
not
milk
crossplay
truck.
right now, but it's
Milk
fucking
truck.
should have been free.
Milkomania is running wild.
Vin, I know ADD,
Vin.
but to keep you in the loop here,
Kurt
Kurt Angle is now
is
hopping
the
on a milk
Olympic
truck.
Dairy Queen.
He's
on
hopping
a
on a
milk
milk
truck
truck
again?
with
He's got a milk truck.
what's his name? What's the name of
This
the other
isn't the
Olympic
same-
gold medalist?
This isn't the same without Jim Ross's
That guy's
voice.
a gold medalist
What's his?
too.
That guy's an Olympic gold medalist.
He is.
He's signed
Gabe-
to WWE.
Gabe Stevenson.
Gable
Bottles of milk at
Stevenson.
them.
Yeah. So they're gonna do another Milkomania remake right now.
They were just like
so you
throwing
know.
milk bottles. They're not going to hose them with milk like last time.
I have
on
nipples,
top of
Greg. Could you
the,
milk me?
On top of the update, the visual update for GTA, they're also expanding with the new two-part drug wars
Yeah.
series that they delayed. So they haven't announced and revealed everything to do with that, but that's seemingly going to be
Well-
interesting because I saw something about a mobile chemistry.
Yes, you're
set.
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
you're gonna be able to make acid in the back of a truck or something like that, which is pretty cool.
Perfect. They're totally stealing that shit from GTA RP, by the way. They're definitely seeing the role-playing stuff because remember when we would make meth and fucking we would.
Oh, yeah.
we were getting weed and.
But
shit,
I mean, hey,
so-
you could always make all the other drugs in GTA Online.
Oh
you know?
yeah, of course.
Now they're just adding psychedelics.
Now they're bringing back things that they wanted to do. I hope that brings back some kind of turf war, gang war, something or other. Cops versus robbers was the other thing that they were supposed to add, but they got scared about adding it after the George Floyd situation. So I was surprised.
Understandable.
They actually delayed that. Yeah.
I always thought that though in GTA, I would love if they added a cop aspect to it. Like maybe use a crooked cop.
Dude,
It'd be a great
Vigilante
story.
was so
What it's
fucking
always
cool.
been about
Hell
is that
yeah.
you never ever play the cops. You just,
Are you a cop? You don't look like a cop.
you just play the robbers versus each other. You know, that's what.
Yeah,
it
but
really
they-
is.
I
There was
mean,
always
over
dirty
time, they
cops.
changed
there was
it.
Always there was always vigilante mode in GTA Vice City, GTA
Yes.
3, GTA.
You could do
San
vigilante
Andreas.
mode,
You
but
could
also
Well, vigilantes.
first you're
Batman,
you know
you know.
you're a nobody really. In GTA 3, you're just Claude who doesn't say shit. You're just kind of a criminal. Then you're a mobster in as Tommy Vercetti.
Fucking great.
You know, you're in the mob. Then you're
right?
a gangster
Vice City.
in San Andreas.
Vice City.
You know what?
And Vice City was the first one I
How
ever played.
much
This one.
is this update?
Oh, it's totally gratis. Actually, it's free.
Free.
As old
Gratis.
GTA updates have been, which is why it continues to be
Oh,
the
okay.
best game of all time
Wow.
and better than
Very cool.
fucking Elden Ring. Fuck Elden Ring.
Elden
It's
Ring, great
impossible to
game.
fucking play
Excellent
that
fucking
game.
So good.
Joe got
Yeah,
the
right.
platinum, but he's a sick.
I don't know how,
Original.
it's just like
Original.
watching people fucking like eat shit and love the smell of it. I don't understand it. I fucking hate that game and I wanted so badly to like it.
Chris, it's been
I
almost an
didn't give
hour.
it a
You didn't
chance.
talk about
Chris, you
jizzing in anybody's
uncultured
sock yet,
swine.
so I'm proud of you.
Wow, we'll get there.
We'll get there. It's
All
a-
the GTA updates were free, Renee. Yes. So also,
Yes.
Tricky Ricky brings up a good point, similar to. Oh, actually, I think it was Renee that brought this up.
Put on
But
TNT.
Fortnite also getting a new
Dynamite?
next gen only update.
What's on TNT?
So
Rampage.
Really?
right now,
I heard they removed the
Fortnite-
building from Fortnite.
Fortnite is now they have
That's what
no
you want.
build, zero build they call it. So that's cool. I haven't played it, but so it's actually the first game that you can get where you can see the Unreal Engine 5 nanite texture packs and ray trace lighting systems that are available for Unreal Engine 5. And a lot of people are saying it's like a different looking game. It looks fucking animated. I saw a couple of videos. It
What's
looks
that?
like
Fortnite?
yeah, it looks like a
I'll never
drawn
play that game.
cartoon.
So
it's
I
amazing.
I will say this though, I did play it recently, maybe about a week and a half ago, because those cocksuckers got me. They had fucking Han Solo. They had Han
There you go.
Solo, and I'm like, I want to play as Han Solo, so I ended up getting the DLC.
Imagine
for
if they
Han
had
Solo.
Sergeant Slaughter in Fortnite.
And I
Doesn't
mean,
make
they
the game
came
any
close.
better.
They had Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
They had G.I. Joe in there, so
It's only a matter of
it's
time
not
before they have
impossible.
Peter Griffin on there. And you,
yeah. Well, it's been rumored only a million times. They're like, if he's in there, you gonna play it? You can play it.
Yeah, you would have to. Do
No.
that.
Well, you know
well,
what's really
well,
fucked
no,
up? I
it
played
won't.
3 rounds with my friend
We'll do it
Juji,
despite everybody.
and the third round, the first 2, we made it to second place, and the third one we won. You believe that shit?
Sick.
We actually fucking won.
good.
Couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah, I'd rather play Warzone.
Well, you know what it is? They
Just
got rid of the
because.
building features, so it's not like all these fucking kids. You shoot at them once.
The
and then
building shit was just dumb.
wait, you can't
like,
build in
after a while.
Fortnite anymore?
They made a mode where you
Separate
where
mode.
it's a separate mode that you don't build in.
But
And it's more like an Apex game then.
Do you still break stuff?
Yeah, you can break down walls and shit. You can shoot them down.
I'm also not playing Fortnite for the physics and the shooting. You know what I mean? So
Well, what sucks about that game is if you jump down a cliff, you're dead. As opposed to like Apex, where you just jump anywhere and you're never gonna take really fall
No
damage.
fall damage. Yeah.
But
man,
Fortnite's for
Warzone
kids.
has been a
Fortnite's-
blast, man.
Fortnite has no blood. Fortnite has no. You know what I mean?
it's a kids game.
acceptable. Yeah, for kids. So that's probably one of the
Comedic
reasons.
guns, you know, they have plunger bombs and
Between-
shit. You know, it's fucking. It makes no sense, but.
Between Roblox and Fortnite, those two games basically.
Oh yeah, my
dominate.
niece I think got into Roblox. Funny enough,
Did she?
Roblox
I have a
Yeah.
10-year-old niece and she
Massive.
plays that shit.
Weird
She's
game.
like,
Ever
"Do you
since
play
we started
Roblox?" I was like, "I
back
don't even know what that is." That's how I know I'm getting old. And she was telling me about
Circling
it.
back to like some of the announcements on the Game Awards. I mean, for me personally, seeing Street Fighter get a release date, Street Fighter 6 officially June 2nd. The beta round 2 starts on December 16th. Hopefully, I get in that. I already put in my pass for it. I was in the first one for
Is it
PlayStation.
too
Hopefully,
late
I
to
get
put
it.
in for it?
You could still go in
I'll
there.
be
and
like,
try to-
listen, I'm Peter Griffin. I want to play
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
But there was a lot of cool stuff. I posted a lot of stuff to our social media account yesterday, as it was kind of going on Instagram.
So your favorite takeaways like the Street Fighter or anything?
Well,
else
for
you
me,
guys
Street
have?
Fighter for sure. I would say Diablo 4.
Oh, they're making a 4.
That's gonna be.
I never got into Diablo. I always wanted to.
Who the
I
fuck
only
knows
got
saw
into
Vin.
Diablo because of him and
I
our friend
saw
Eric.
Vin playing it, and I was like, all right. I mean,
You
this
would like
looks-
Diablo.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
Diablo's like a top-down, almost like a hybrid
Yeah,
between
yeah.
like.
But it's co-op,
Then you'd
and
be
you
asking
can
play
him to take away
StarCraft?
time from his Grand Theft Auto, and if you take away time
Not
from
much,
his Grand
no.
Theft Auto,
In my computer lab, you would either play Age of Mythology or StarCraft, and I was part of the Age of Mythology people.
I had computer lab. I played Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
I used to play fucking whatchamacallit, Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail, there you go.
Yeah, we had Apple IICs when I went to middle school.
Yes.
Sound like a bunch of old men. I used to play Snake on my Nokia.
I'll beat the fuck out of
Renee
you.
wants
Renee's
to know,
asking
are you taking
Joe.
off for lunch day?
Yeah.
If I get in the Street Fighter, yeah, I'll fucking be off of that. No way I'm working in June. I'll be off the whole fucking week.
Dude, whenever GTA comes out, I'm
You
taking
won't
like
see me
3
for.
weeks
I'm gonna
off.
stream
That's
every
it.
fucking
Oh,
game
Chris
that
is
we
gonna
play.
disappear.
Yeah, if we get a GTA 6 announcement in our lifetime, yeah.
I was hoping that the Game Awards would have some sort of trailer or something.
Somebody.
Yeah,
well,
but there was.
Well, they will never do that. So every time Rockstar does it, what they usually do is they'll release just a screen, and it's not even a screenshot of the game. It'll literally just be like the number.
It'll be
and
a date.
style,
Yeah.
and a date for the trailer. That's
Yeah, for
literally
the reveal.
Rockstar every single time. So that's when you'll know. You'll see they'll just post a screenshot. It'll probably be a 6.
Yeah.
And it'll say whatever the date is, and that's when we'll know.
The other thing that was kind of heartwarming on the show yesterday, they announced that Kevin Conroy will once again don the cowl, and this is his final performance as Batman in Rocksteady's
Suicide
Suicide Squad
play
game.
it. I mean,
So
it
now
looks great.
Well, now I have to
Anyway.
play it.
You gotta get it.
Looked like a
I
really
wasn't
good
gonna get
game.
it, but
Yeah,
because I never even
It's supposed to
saw
be
the Suicide
multiplayer,
Squad
too.
movies.
yeah, that'll be fun.
It's supposed to be like, all 4 of us could get in.
That'd be a lot of
choose
fun.
Character and play together.
That's better.
What was the other big one? There was I forget, there was
James
another-
Taverna said I was hoping for a new Fallout. It's been a minute. I mean,
Oh,
forget Fallout. We need a new Elder Scrolls game before a new Fallout.
They could all
good
choke on a
luck.
big fat.
Oh, there's
Rob,
some
Rob
news
hates
regarding
Bethesda
There's
games.
some news
Fuck
regarding
Bethesda.
that.
Yeah,
There
this
was
is
a
not.
rumor that there was going to be a Spider-Man 2 fucking trailer, but I was like, no way.
Ooh, Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
People are actually upset. Microsoft kind of omitted the show, like they didn't announce or show anything there. And I saw an article right before we jumped on here about it.
Well, Microsoft got disrespected 2 years in a row by the Game Awards.
Well, maybe they should make better games.
A little bit of a here we go. No,
Well,
so,
Cut
Forza,
deep there,
Forza
Renee.
Horizon 5 got a perfect 10 on almost every gaming website, and it wasn't nominated for any awards this year or last year. And their shit last year was, it came out in October, didn't qualify, but yet God of War came out in fucking November, and that fucking hit every fucking mark. So
Well, you knew
there's
that they were
some
gonna do that
there's
on
some
purpose.
bullshit going on with the Game Awards and Microsoft. Although Phil Spencer was in the crowd last night, so I don't really know.
Well, how would he not be there? I mean,
Oh, yeah, I saw them.
But
there.
yeah, it was
the
a-
other thing.
Oh, go ahead, Vin.
I was just gonna say regarding Microsoft is like the the government potentially blocking
The FTC.
Blizzard.
Yeah, of Activision Blizzard.
It's not gonna
So
happen.
I don't know what that does to.
Did you see what Phil Spencer said?
He just signed a deal with Nintendo to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo for 10 years.
Well, yeah. So to that point, Phil
Phil
Spencer was kind of calling out Sony. He was saying like they're the ones that are trying to block this
They
deal
are.
from happening.
It's true.
And it's bad business because like why would you do that? We already said we're going to keep it on PlayStation. We're not going to take it off. But their strategy is they want to hurt us instead of making themselves better. He said something to that effect recently.
Sony doesn't control the U.S., UK, and Brazilian government. I forgot which.
His
the other-
claim
there's,
was
like,
that they
three-
were making the push to, I guess, the government. I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like
It's a monopoly. Microsoft
when you had
has
when
been
you had
sued for
Vince McMahon
monopolizing-
buying all these territories in the 80s to build WrestleMania, and he took all these big stars from these all small regional promotions and he brought them together to create like an all-star team. And then you fast forward into the 90s when you had Ted Turner and Eric Bischoff doing the same thing with WCW. So it's kind of similar to that now, where you have Microsoft trying to buy all these publishers and developers, but it's the same shit that Sony did to Sega in the mid 90s that put Sega out of business. So they're not fucking obscure from this fucking conversation.
Well, no, I would say that Microsoft is known for being monopolistic, so they've already had bad business with multiple governments in the past. So it's no surprise that this would hit their radar, because Microsoft have been bad actors when they monopolized an industry. They are not innocent of.
It's a shame that they took
using
over
their-
Rare, because we'll never see like a Donkey Kong 64.
I really
remake
want
or something like
Banjo-Kazooie.
that.
Man, I've been enjoying it. I've actually been playing
Sea of
Banjo-Kazooie.
Thieves.
Fucking great game.
Yeah,
Sea of Thieves
Sea
is
of
great.
Thieves is also. You know,
They did
I think
another
they've done a
Conquer's
good
Bad
job.
Fur
for
Day.
Live
You ever
Rare
play
Live.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day?
I have.
I
Conquer's
did.
Bad
I
Fur
love
Day.
Conquer's
game.
Bad Fur
It's
Day.
right over there.
The Conquer's Bad Fur Day was the first game I went. I remember going to Blockbuster, and this motherfucker that worked
You
there.
didn't wipe your ass with it?
Nah, this is before I ever wiped my ass with a Blockbuster game. This motherfucker told my friend's mom, "Oh, this game is." He had a list because this game is restricted. It's restricted,
I am
and we
the
weren't
great
allowed
and
to rent the
mighty
game
Pooh.
unless we got his mom to
will
come.
Oh,
and
because
say
it was a
was okay.
17 whatever or older.
It was it was like
Got
NC or whatever. But I mean, he was doing his job. He's totally right. But fuck that guy. And that was a
They
great
let
game.
me rent Vice City when I was a kid. They didn't say shit.
That was before the hot coffee.
man.
and
I
all
remember
that-
getting
all
that.
dramatic.
Yeah, that was San
I
Andreas with the
remember
hot
when-
coffee.
Yeah, I remember when hot coffee happened. It really put
Fuck
Oh,
censorship. I don't
Fuck.
like censorship.
It put the whole you have to put ratings on games.
Well,
you
they
have to be
removed
a
it
certain-
themselves.
It's not even.
It was-
It's not even. It wasn't censorship. It was just that the game
It was in
rated
like the
without
hidden
that
files of the
being-
game.
I mean, I'm going to date myself, but that goes back to the original Splatterhouse on TurboGrafx 16.
I
lot of
had
the,
graphics, dude.
I don't know what
They
that
talk.
is.
Well, it's an old school kind of like hack and
Jason.
slash game, side scroller on a TurboGrafx 16 that was very gory, and it was one of the first animated games to show blood and decapitations and things like that. So they tried to ban it and kind of remove
Congress.
it. And then fast forward, you had Mortal Kombat had to deal with the same things.
It's always the fucking religious assholes.
yeah.
It's the
Well,
ultra conservative.
it was
Christian
Mortal Kombat
fucking,
more than
you
anything
know.
that made them like really have to start putting ratings on there. It was that's
Oh,
what
But
I
that,
remember
the
but
parents opened
that
up
that
for.
really like boomed the entire M-rated game industry, and like realistically, like kids want to
helps.
play immature shit that their older brothers playing. They don't want to fucking play, the
Here's-
bullshit
Here's my thought: is that
Kirby or something like that.
moment
They want to play
that-
GTA. I mean,
the moment
I
that
mean,
they
wanna
crossed
play
the
Kirby
line,
too, but
the moment that they blurred the line, let's say, not crossed the line, where it started to be like a little too real, in my opinion, and it was great.
remember Manhunt? They thought that was just
Manhunt
like a
was-
simulated
Manhunt was fucked
murder
up,
game.
But hold on,
that was torture. That
it
was,
was GTA 4. And I
fucking
remember
chainsaw on the
cracking
big guy.
somebody in the head with a bat in GTA 4,
Yeah.
and it felt so real. The clunk, the fucking clunk, and the guy fucking ragdolls and drops. That's the moment that it they have to stop, like prevent these. I don't know, hold these kids off from playing this shit a little bit. I don't know.
If you're raised all right,
mean, that was-
you play
I
I
whatever
mean, not
the
for
fuck
nothing.
you want.
I've been the real life Peter Griffin for 10 years. You know how many like 4-year-olds come up to me like Peter Griffin? And I'm like, why are you watching this kid? Like,
Yeah.
you should
you
know
don't
who I am.
understand. You
true.
don't
Yeah, it
understand
is.
shit when you're a kid.
That's
Like,
true,
I mean,
though.
when
They
I
don't
was a
even
kid,
know
I
what
wasn't
they're
allowed to
saying.
watch a fucking
No, but you
Simpsons.
understand
fucking
somebody
head.
getting their head cracked in GTA. I don't know.
I don't know. I watched Looney Tunes growing up. I wasn't trying to blow anybody up with TNT. So you know
No.
what I mean, it's
I
not
also
like
wasn't
that
trying to
fucking
shop at Acme
influential.
either.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Like,
it's
there's
true.
just
I don't
no-
think video
4 years
games
old,
do
I
not
really
relate
wasn't
violent.
watching
I don't-
racy
I don't
stuff at
believe
4
in
years old.
I don't believe in any direct correlation. If you don't have any parents, you're gonna turn out like an asshole. It's
It's true.
That's different. A couple of quick ones. New Elden Ring before New Elder Scrolls. That's
Done.
probable.
Yeah, I said you
that
got to cut
Renee-
deep with that one, Renee.
And then Renee also bringing up the Resident Evil 4 remake. So
Fucking
that's gonna
psyched
be
for
a
that.
fucking
Super
Yeah,
psyched
I
for
know
that.
Mike Pacifico's out there, and he's psyched for that
We
too.
gotta have Mike on. Mike's upset.
We're gonna do a Resident Evil
Mike-
episode one day with
Está
Mike. and we're
nido.
just all
That's,
gonna
that's
be.
what Mike said to me.
Hello.
Mike said, Chris told me we're going to have a Resident
I
Evil
did.
episode, and it never happened, and then you had Marilyn on before me.
In
We'll tell
Fiesta
him.
Rizal.
So,
Whole
yeah, we could
Resident
do the
Evil
Resident
episode.
episode.
Mike's like a fucking Resident Evil professor.
But I was texting you last night during the Game Awards, and man, 2023 is going to be expensive if you like video games. Because there's Jedi Survivor. I know Rob's going to be all over that
Definitely.
AEW
Platinum
game.
in a week. I don't
AEW
give a fuck.
game. For me, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Diablo
Tekken.
4,
Love for Tekken.
Death Stranding 2
you know
came
there's
out.
gonna be a Call of Duty in
dude.
there because they gotta fucking
I mean,
charge you
it's-
I didn't
$70
bother
a
with
year
Death
for Call of
Stranding. It
Duty.
looked fucking boring. I don't
You
know.
also have Dead Island 2. It looks phenomenal.
Who do
there
you
was
Are they
a lot
really
of pushes,
finally coming
right?
out
We
with
have
a new
a
Dead
lot
Island?
of
Yeah,
games
it's
that were pushed in
it's April.
2023.
I love the Dead Island.
I played the
game.
original Dead Island, and then I got like the
Great game.
the second one that they came out
We'll
with,
play that co-op.
and I never played it. It's funny.
We'll do
They
co-op.
even have
Dying
the
Light
box
is
set
in
of it
that
and
same
everything.
universe.
No, it's a different
same
kinda-
studio.
Yeah, but it's a different vibe to it. Dying
Yeah,
Light's
it's
more
darker.
realism with parkour, where Dying Light is kind of like where Dead Island's more like Dead Rising, where it's a little comical, has some humor to it, and things like that.
Crazy weapons.
Crazy weapons, yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
playing that. And I
heavy
even have
on
like
the
a little
melee.
zombie hula girl like you put on the
Yeah.
dashboard.
Yeah,
Came
man.
with the game. Suitcase.
Good zombie games are. I never actually, of all the Resident Evil games, I never played 4.
4 is probably top 3 in my opinion. If not,
A lot of people.
a lot
say
of
that
people
it's
say
the best
1. A lot of people do say
one
it's
is
the
my
one.
favorite. One will always.
I would
be my
agree.
favorite.
I would agree.
I'm not a Resident Evil
The
guy.
Resident Evil remake on GameCube, the original Resident Evil
It's
remake.
nothing scarier
just
as a child. I don't know what year Resident Evil came out. 97.
Where's Barry?
96?
Around
96.
Somebody out there, one of our fact
1996.
checkers in the audience.
I'm a
there,
fact checker. I'm
fucking-
sitting on the couch,
what is
you
it,
cocksucker,
96
piece
you
of
said?
shit, no good motherfucker. Yeah.
96. You
90s.
not 97.
Well, 98 was Resident Evil 2, and then onward and onward. So 1996 was the original.
So
Resident
I
Evil.
was 5
The
years
first
old.
game I was afraid
I
to
was
play
5 years
when
old when that one came out.
March
Silent
22nd.
Hill. When Silent Hill first got announced, I was like, no. I ain't
You know,
playing that.
I never played it, but I watched my friend play it, and man, Silent Hill's fucked up. They got like the leg monsters. It's just 2 pairs of legs like
Yeah.
sewed together, and they're like fucking each other.
I
and
loved
shit.
Resident Evil Village. I just downloaded a DLC for that to finish the story for the Ethan
I've been
family.
playing the DLC. Yeah, it's,
I didn't like 2 because I don't like being chased by shit.
Come
while I'm
on.
I was running
have
from
the
him.
original-
Is there anything
Print.
you don't fucking complain about in a video game? Like, Jesus
trying to
Christ.
finish it. I platinum God of War in a week
Oh
and said
my
nothing
God.
about it.
Yeah, but now you have nothing to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did.
This is-
Pokemon.
this is
Tricky
the
Ricky
anguish
says
of a
one is
fucking
best.
Video game.
I didn't get my
Magic
chance to kind of put
Pokemon.
my stomp on that, and I did finish the God of War storyline, so I did complete the main story.
Oh, good.
I'm not going to spoil anything, Vin, don't worry. But I will say that the finale to Ragnarok was very endgame-esque. It was fucking incredible. It was awesome. It blew me out of the water for sure.
Oh, I was hooked.
So,
man.
I would probably give it a 9.1 if I had to give it a full review.
Wow.
I haven't platinumed it.
Atreus.
But I mean, if you've watched our show, I'm not very giving in terms of like 9s and shit like that. Yes, my fucking complaint would be that you play 50% of the game as a fucking annoying snot-nosed kid, Atreus.
I didn't mind the Atreus parts. Yeah,
Fuck that kid.
some of it is annoying because you put all this work into Kratos and then now
Yeah.
you gotta like
I want to shoot stuff with a
Start over
bow
again with
for
it.
a fuck.
he's
Fuck
not as
that.
strong.
It's always
But-
tough to transition like that. You know.
But honestly, I gotta say,
Did you score it? I don't.
I mean, if I'm gonna score at something, I mean,
I mean,
you
you
know,
plat-
if you're gonna make it not a 10, like if there's no such thing as a 10,
you could put it as a 10. You put it whatever you want. It's not a matter of.
if you're going by the pizza guy's rating system.
So no. There's a
It's a
no.
9.6.
There's a difference between pizza score and then video game score, because they're completely separate.
I can't see how this game could have been better.
Less Atreus. Or no Atreus.
But like I said, I didn't mind the
or
Atreus
just
parts.
strictly companion Atreus.
Yeah, just come. Just like the first game, which
Didn't
was
mind
fucking
isn't
phenomenal.
the same as enjoyed.
I didn't dislike the parts that I was.
They're not
playing
as
him.
fun to play
Not
as
like
when
him.
you're Kratos. It's
Well,
not even.
but also, yeah, I mean, I didn't play, so I can't even really say. But I know
There's no
Joe
more-
is also usually fucking makes a bigger deal about shit than it really needs to. So
Honestly,
I
maybe
make a
4 or
bigger
5
shit about it.
times in the whole game you play as Atreus.
50% of the game, I timed it.
50% of
I'll beat the shit out of you right in front of everybody.
25 hours you played as Atreus, then you suck because it's fucking.
No.
You
No,
do one fucking
No,
mission
no,
and then
no.
you're done.
No. The game took me 24 hours and 23 minutes.
But I platinumed it in 50 hours.
All right, but that's fine. But you don't get you. That's not. The game ends. I don't want to spoil it for Vin. The game ends. He goes on his separate fucking way. Thank fucking God. That's,
But I took my time. See, I did a lot of side questing and shit.
I understand.
If I plowed through the game, I could have probably.
But all
beaten it
the
in a couple
segments
days.
as Atreus adds up to about 10 to 11 hours, which is half the fucking game.
I don't feel
Joe,
like
how
it
did
was
you
that
feel
long.
about playing as Raiden in Metal Gear?
Hated it.
Yeah, I
Hated
figured
it.
you were gonna say that.
Which is
yeah.
why Metal Gear Solid 2 was the biggest letdown for me as a huge Metal Gear fan, because
Wow, such a
I
good
played the
game.
demo on PlayStation Magazine, and you played the first segment where you're on the ship as
Right.
Snake,
Yeah.
and then they throw a fucking curveball at you, and you get
You
the
play
actual
play
game,
as Raiden.
and majority of the game is played as Raiden, and to me,
But you
like,
still get to see Snake. He's still part of the story, and you interact with him.
You anticipated this was one of the biggest letdowns in the history of video games. Almost as big as Halo 2, where you play as the fucking Arbiter for half the fucking game. And even though the combat system is basically the same between Chief and the Arbiter, you could literally just go invisible as the fucking Arbiter and skip past every fucking goddamn fight. So
Well, it's
it
even
made.
like switching between Joel and Ellie. You know what I mean? Because Ellie doesn't have all the fucking weapons that Joel does.
I just
There's,
It's
there's
not-
a
doesn't
couple
do
of
it for
games
me.
like that
Yeah.
where it's like you gotta.
So I would put Ragnarok on the same scale as a disappointing switch like Metal Gear Solid 2 and Halo 2 for sure.
I love 2, man. The story.
Nah,
is great.
1 is the best.
I'm gonna agree to disagree. I didn't mind the
2
Atreus
or
parts.
3. I love
liked them.
Snake Eater 2.
Snake Eater.
I'm replaying that right now, actually.
Fantastic.
Snake Eater, such a
Yeah.
good game.
Amazing.
I
But
really
they
hope
did get a
I heard
lot
they're
of
remaking
awards.
that.
God of War. They
6.
did. They got the best score. They got the best.
6.
I don't think they got best art
Who got
direction.
Game of the
I
Year?
think. Well, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Are you watching the podcast, dude?
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying. I know they got multiple awards, like
Elden
the
Ring
fucking
won
the
Game
best
of the
game.
Year, and I think they won art direction. But soundtrack and fucking
Story, you said was
story
the
was
guy-
was God of War, and then action adventure.
Oh, Joe.
was God
Renee
of War.
said, "I smell a Metal Gear Solid 1 remaster." Could you imagine?
Oh
That
God,
was
I would
another
fucking. I'm hard right now thinking
Please
about it.
remake
That was
those.
another
If
rumored
they did
announcement
that, I
before
would
the Video
play it
Game
because I
Awards.
never played
You'd
any
love
of the
the
Metal
story.
Gear.
Well,
You'd love-
there's
it's so
there is a
funny, you'd love it.
remastered version of that. It's called Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes on the GameCube, and it's probably a closer version to maybe what you would want to play. But realistically, like the PlayStation 1 version of Metal Gear Solid, even though that it doesn't hold up, years later, it's just a fantastic fucking game from top to bottom. The
remember the
sound,
demo,
the
swimming
story,
The voice
good.
acting,
Through the
David
canal.
the
Hayter.
oh god,
The
the
opening.
That's
would
one.
the
That's
Russians
one
be
game series I
involved?
really missed out
Lukovich?
on.
Lukovich.
I played the
Otacon
original
is a
Metal Gear
snake.
on like original Nintendo, but like when they came out with
Awesome.
Metal Gear Solid, I
Also-
never played any of those.
I mean, my gamer tag is Metal Gear
What's
for
that, Vin?
a reason.
I just know. I remember Revolver Ocelot.
Ocelot,
Ocelot, yeah.
Revolver Ocelot, yeah.
Well, which one?
Best
Like, there's
fucking
old
boss
man
fights,
and
dude.
There's
Best
the old
fucking
one
boss
and
fights.
there's the young one. And
Psycho Mantis.
Is that
So-
the one that
yeah.
changes your input and shit on the
Oh,
television?
Psycho Mantis makes you go into
That was-
fucking. Well, the craziest thing about Psycho Mantis fight is she starts reading your memory card, and she's like, "Oh, you like Castlevania," and because it's a Konami game, so they can see that you played Castlevania or Silent Hill, and it's just when you're playing it in 1990, I think 7 or 8 when it
like
came
a
out.
mind trip.
Holy
So you're always
shit.
like, "What the fuck?"
You're reading my mind. How
It's
do they
also
know?
like the
pretty
the
dope.
infancy of the internet at this point, so you don't really have a lot of spoilers out there. So I love that fucking game, man.
Metal Gear series was definitely a great one.
It's just
and
it's just bittersweet because Kojima came out on the Game Awards and he got a great ovation, and he announced that he's working on Death Stranding 2. But it's like we'll never get another Metal Gear game
Yeah.
now. It's almost like it's just
over.
a void that we're not going to be able to ever fill. So
I want them to bring back Splinter Cell because I
that is coming back.
Sam Fisher.
That is coming back. So they are remastering the original Splinter Cell, and it is coming out next year. Yes, that is official.
That's easy.
Yeah.
They ever do anything with Siphon Filter anymore?
Oh, I would love that
Oh,
game
yeah.
too. I don't know,
They need
Sony
to-
just doesn't go back
Well, all
into old
those games
IPs.
came out around the same time. The original Medal of Honor.
Is that all
Siphon
Ubisoft?
Filter, like, people were into those.
What's that?
Is that
Rainbow Six.
Ubisoft?
Remember
Siphon
that?
Filter?
What's Siphon
Siphon
Filter?
Filter was-
Siphon Filter was a Sony game. Ubisoft made Splinter Cell. Yes.
And Ghost
Siphon
Recon.
Filter was not fucking
Yes.
Sony.
Siphon Filter was Sony. Yes.
It was on Sony PlayStation for sure.
THX.
No, it was Sony. It's a first party Sony game.
But I remember playing the demo of that shit. I think I had the official PlayStation Magazine demo.
Yes,
of Siphon
absolutely.
Filter, which was insane.
He's got a new Duke Nukem.
No, they
Hail
fucked
to
up
the
Duke
king,
They
Nukem
did fuck it up
forever,
too many
man.
times, but that
They
those
waited 11 years to come out with a game, and then they fucked it up terribly. It was like the butt fumble of video games. It was terrible.
yeah.
Like, you know what it is? The 90s attitude doesn't hold up. You know what I mean?
I want another Max Payne with the Unreal
Yeah.
2 engine.
That would be interesting.
Love
You know?
Max Payne,
Love
man.
Max Payne.
Love,
Oh,
love.
it was
Dude, the first
989,
Max
that's
Payne,
why.
when you come into your house, like when you're like killing all those guys at your
There's
apartment,
three of them, right?
You go into the
you
fucking
go into your
cabinet in
your
your
baby's
bathroom.
bedroom,
Yeah.
and the fucking baby's like dead in the fucking crib, and he's just like,
Fucking-
no, no, no. So fucked up,
great,
man.
dude.
And the guy's just
Here's an
swallowing
interesting
painkillers all
tidbit.
fucking.
So it turns out the guys that made Siphon Filter ended up making Days Gone on the PlayStation.
Huh.
That's what they've done recently.
I think I just saw they put out a statement today, the makers of Days Gone, saying something to the effect of, if you recall a year or two ago, I guess like the head of Days Gone, like the head developer or whatever the fuck of the studio, made some kind of comments about them being on.
Hell yeah,
like,
Renee. Mercs
PlayStation
vs.
Plus.
Spies. Oh, God. I'm sorry. He's talking about Splinter Cell's.
Splinter Cell Online. Oh,
Yeah, Splinter
so
Cell
good.
Pandora Tomorrow
Online.
was revolutionary. It was spies versus mercs. And as a spy, you were kind of in third person, and you can kind of zip line, and you kind of use the shadows to kind of hide away. And this is like the infancy of proximity chat, because I was like I was actually ranked in the top 10 of Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow when it first came out, because I had a buddy who's actually one of my closest friends still to this day, back from 2003 when I played it, when I met him on Xbox Live, and you would be able to like choke a merc. The mercs were actually in first person, so you were like a shooting game.
Fucking be right in that fucking ear talking.
Yeah, you can like grab them by the throat and the back and put them in a chokehold, and now they can hear you. You can talk to them and go, "Where's your buddy? I'm gonna get him." You know, where's
And
your?
of course, they were
where's your
always probably like,
friend hide?
"Fuck you
know?
bitch son of a
Yeah.
bitch, fuck you."
But, that,
Tell you shit,
but you
my
have fun
friend.
with the proximity and chat in Warzone.
Oh yes,
Splinter
had
Cell
lots
was
of
the
fun.
original.
My
for
friend,
that.
why do you fuck me, my friend?
We fucked
Why
everybody
do you
else.
fuck me, my friend? Been having lots of fun. Renee, we're overdue for some Warzone. Me and Renee got
Let's go.
very close to some
Let's go.
W's a couple of times.
Let's go.
We're overdue for some Warzone, and we're having a lot of fun in Warzone proximity chat.
Yeah.
We make deals with you, my
Make
friend.
deals.
Why do you fuck me? We join together, we fuck them. I've been having so much fucking fun with that shit.
Rob, have you played it yet?
What's that? Warzone? No.
You would get people. You just do the Peter Griffin voice, and
I
people would join
fucking
up.
hate
with
it.
Have you ever
Online
seen
games like
Rob
that.
play a first-person shooter?
Yeah, we played Halo with him. He did all right. Yeah.
What? Yeah, dude. All right. All right.
I ate the floor like every.
It's like when you give your kid sister the controller and they play for a little bit.
Ow.
I fucking lose immediately. I have to wait for the whole fucking match to end. No. Fuck that shit. That's why I fucking hated the other one. What the hell are they? The one with the 5 people. What the fuck was that we were playing for a while?
Rainbow Six?
Siege.
Overwatch?
Siege. Yeah.
Siege is great.
God, I'm
Fantastic.
terrible at Siege.
You were pretty good at Siege
No,
with
I
the
was terrible
shotgun.
at Siege.
Nah, you came through a couple of times.
Garbage.
You're too hard on
It was
yourself.
like a trash.
No, you're
can.
too hard on
Don't
yourself.
be
was like
so
Meg.
hard on yourself,
First of
Rob.
all,
I
when
was
you
like
look
Meg
at
in the
Warzone
fucking
games,
video game.
statistically, you most of the time lose. You fucking have a 1 in 150 chance
Why the
of
fuck?
winning.
I have that chance in life. Why the fuck would I want that in a video game?
Because
Okay.
when you
Video
finally
game.
Everything's
win,
not about
when
life.
you finally win, you feel like
Got
you
hit
just
by
fucking
lightning.
yeah.
Done.
You know, it's
Hate
I'm
it.
the real life Peter Griffin. What?
Fuck.
have a lot of
Yeah, I don't want to
Unlucky.
play the game. I fucking hate online
Said
games.
enough.
Give me all the God of Wars and
God of
fucking.
War.
well, you like
single-player
GTA
games.
at least.
Well, GTA,
Doesn't
it
like
grew
that
on
either.
me. I fucking didn't like it in the beginning, like as far as like the online shit. Because when it first
definitely
came
got
out,
to
I'm like, what am I gonna
get
drive
on.
my car around, rob a fucking store, and then go fuck myself? The second I spawned in, I got killed. I was like, I can see where this is going.
Holy shit.
Now at least when we have a party, I have a fucking fighting chance to survive.
Oh yeah.
I got a fucking
Oh, yeah.
DeLorean that shoots missiles. So
Dude, when the three of us were on there and we were just fucking like that one guy, you remember? And he kept trying
I
to
was
like,
the one that
that
kept
war.
dying like a fucking asshole. You remember
Nah,
that?
you didn't
You
No,
got some kills. You got that
you got-
blind
He got me
rocket
like
launcher
20
kill.
times.
we got him more
was
than he got
great.
us.
Oh yeah.
20 times. I'm not even exaggerating that number.
Can't
The guy
wait.
killed me 20
So wait,
times.
we're gonna get the fucking visual update, and we're gonna get the Christmas.
Good,
like,
so then they can
snow
shoot
and
me
shit.
even
The
clearer.
snow.
When is that?
Yeah.
What's the release date on that?
December 13th is the next Drug Wars update. I don't know if the ray tracing will be on that update as well. And then they always add snow. They used to do it the week before
week.
Christmas. Now they've been doing it just on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then on New
Oh,
Year's.
really?
Yeah, but snow on GTA is always it's like part of my Christmas routine now. Yeah, I love the
All right,
snow.
I'll
on
buy
Oh
it.
yeah.
I'll buy it.
It kind of
it's probably
reminds
like
me
fucking 10, 15
what you're
bucks. I'll
saying
throw $5
about like
towards it.
Christmas time in World of Warcraft, because that's when I first started playing it back in the day. I think this was like
yeah?
2006, and it was like a month after Wrath of the Lich King dropped, and you know they put like the Christmas trees and shit. You go to Iron Forge, which is the city of the dwarves, and they have like I think he's the Great Father Winter or some shit, and he's like Santa Claus. And on Christmas Day, like you can go to him and like there's like they have like little gifts and shit. Like you get like a toy rocket or some shit that like exclusive to that year. And that was a fun time. That was
Always
part of
nice.
what got me hooked into the game. And then I had made friends, and then we started raiding together. And
Yeah.
it was a real grind though, like grind to my gears. But it it took like months to get to like max level. I think it took me like 3 months to get to level 80.
Poor you.
And but
all
it
a
was
big
fun,
nothing.
you know. We all had fun, and there
You
were
haven't
different
played WoW in
times. And then I
years,
tried
right?
to get back into it years later, and a lot of the people I used to play with weren't there anymore, so
course
I couldn't recapture that original experience of WoW, which got me hooked for like a year and a half, almost 2 years initially.
Christmas
and
and Christmas.
I don't know
and
how I
video
played
games.
WoW and went to school at the same time. I used to play so late, we ended up like raiding with people from Germany. Like they're like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like fucking.
Yeah, he's-
Speaking of raiding, they're actually releasing a Call of Duty raid. Did you see that?
what does that look like?
It's a six-player cooperative kind of raid.
Destiny.
Yeah, but it's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's going to be a free update for us. So
It's a free update if
That's
you have
fucking
Call of
interesting,
Duty.
man.
I think it's that's fucking interesting, man. No, I think it's just a Warzone free thing, which is cool. I think that'll be fun. You got to go through and kind of strategically, like
Strategically.
Yeah, you know what?
Have
They'll
you
probably
played the-
bring in elements from like the Nazi zombies. You know how like they have all these
right.
sequences and.
I remember
shit?
that
Yeah.
shit. Remember the first one with Black Ops?
Yeah.
He plays John F.
Hell's
Kennedy.
already said it's only
Fucking-
3 players, so we're gonna
3
test
players?
Hell's-
Oh, that's gonna be
apparently
tough.
Hell says 3.
That's gonna be
I'm sure
tough.
it'll
but
start as 3 and then you'll expand to 6.
3
you know,
people, that'll be
something like
tough.
A couple of comments here. So Tricky Ricky says, "What about the Green Power Ranger? We covered that last week. R.I.P. Green Power Ranger, right?
Yeah,
that.
fucking.
Oh well, yeah,
Jason
we weren't
David
here.
Frank.
the
Me and
week
Rob
before.
weren't there to
What a
talk
sin.
about it.
Yeah, well, and we had troubles with the Warzone stream last week. And then Renee said he'd pay to see all of us guys on a special GTA role-playing stream, which me and Vin were doing some GTA RP. I developed a character, and it worked really well. I was Rusty the Bum. And I would, hey, buddy, can I
Yeah,
get
but
a
how do you
fucking
do that
cigarette?"
without deleting the character you play as?
What's that?
It's not involved on the. You'd be on PC and it's a whole rigmarole actually.
It's on the PC.
So you don't link your.
You don't link it at
No.
all. You have to like fucking do a test just to join into these servers, and they fail you. They fail you
Yeah.
multiple times. Well, they want to make sure that you understand the rules of role playing.
Role
because-
playing is role playing. It's not.
I'll
You
play
don't
as
want
Tom
some-
Nook. I'll
playing
just
the
be like,
game.
You don't want some dickhead that's just gonna fucking kill everybody. You know, you wanna actually have a role playing experience. So you got to make sure that they know the rules.
"Hello,
But,
my friend."
Hello,
my friend, how are
It
you,
was
my
one of
friend?
It was one of the most interesting gaming experiences I've ever had.
Oh yeah, fucking Vin was. What was your guy's name?
Was it
Junior.
Sonny?
It was Junior
Oh,
or
Junior.
something, right?
Junior.
And then
Junior.
yeah, I was Rusty the Bum. My guy, he had no shirt, and I would just walk up to people and bum cigarettes.
Homie, don't play that
and
shit.
it got me out of a lot of like fucking
Got us
dangerous
out of
situations.
many pinches.
Yeah, people would
Many
walk up
pinches.
like, "What are you guys doing? What are you doing?" We're fucking holding guns to us, and I'd be like, "Hey, you guys, hey man, you got a cigarette?" And they would just be like, "What?"
God.
And then they would give me cigarettes. And then I remember one time Vin got
drop
into my
packs.
car because the cars have storage in GTA RP. So he gets into my car and like looks in the glove compartment for something. He's just fucking. There's like
What?
80 packs
20
of
pack-
cigarettes in my fucking
Yeah.
car's storage.
Cigars.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck.
fucked up.
Sitting on
So
a,
all these
a
people-
gold mine.
We're in the middle of like what we like. Me and this other guy are fucking. We snuck off.
Admiral
into the-
John,
the
yeah.
oh yeah, Admiral John. So we
Admiral,
fucking
he talked
snuck
like
off.
this. How are you, honey? Admiral John, how are you? Yeah,
So
one of
we're
those
making
voices.
meth in this fucking meth lab, and
And I'm standing
Rusty the
guard.
Bum are, lookout. and
Jesse,
then-
we need a cook.
and it's
No,
great because it's
co-
all
hold on.
proximity chat. Oh,
Vin,
yeah, sorry.
let me just provide context too. In GTA RP, it's not like GTA where it's like, oh, you just make drugs in a factory. Like, it's a whole process. You have to like sneak into there. You got to stand
The
guard.
recipe,
People will ride up.
ingredients.
Cops will just ride up and be like, "What are you doing?" You know, like it's
Oh, we
scary.
Yeah,
fucking-
people play cops. There's bank tellers.
And you
in
like
the
you
back.
need to do it because you don't have shit in
It's insane.
GTA RP. So I'm standing guard while Vin and Admiral John, this guy, go in to cook meth. And while I'm standing guard, all of a sudden this guy comes running up to me, and I'm on the phone, so I have the phone going so that they
It's
can
all
hear me. And,
proximity chat. Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
talk
it-
unless you're near each other or you're on,
or
a
on
cell
the phone
call
with somebody.
each
So
other.
I'm holding my phone on, and the guy walks up to me and like, "Hey, buddy, you got a cigarette?" And Vin's like, "Why the fuck are you bumming cigarettes right now? Fucking, you're supposed to be standing guard." But that was my way of trying to alert them. Hey, somebody's like
Someone's
coming
here.
after me.
I got it after a minute. I was like, oh,
It's the
Then
code,
the cops came.
code
The
name.
cops ended up like that guy left. He was cool. He was like an oil miner or something like that. The guy fucking drilled for oil and explained that whole thing to me. And then the cops came in and fucking they had to run away, and I didn't know where they went. It's a lot more. The stakes are
hiding in a
higher when you
bush.
play GTA RP. It's
I was trying
it's
not
a
to get
totally different
arrested.
experience.
It was that. Yeah, that's by far. And they're just about to update the most popular one, which is the one where you see like XQC and all the big streamers.
Who was that one guy you used to watch?
So that's Buddha. Buddha's a big
That's
time
right.
streamer, and he's still on there. That's Mr. Lang. He fucking
Jeez.
runs like that whole
That
server.
shit
He's
cracks
got
me
a
up. The
restaurant.
fucking Asian dude.
Oh, Mr. Lang is unbelievable. Yeah, that's like that whole shit. I was
We're driving
addicted. When we
around.
were working from home, I was straight watching that while we were working. It was
Everybody's a
great.
character on there,
I love
man.
that shit.
That's the thing is everybody's
Mr.
trying to-
Lang.
Mr.
Hey,
Lang.
Mr. Lang.
I'm going, Mr. Lang, going around the GTA. Want to rob a
Hell's-
bank?
Yeah. Hell's just brought up my old marble racing streams too. We used to do the
Oh yeah, I remember when
digital
you used to do
marble
that shit.
racing.
You can like
Yeah.
put your name in there and see who the fuck wins.
Those were
I used
good.
to fly
Those were
off the
good.
fucking course all the time, cocksucker.
I was terribly inconsistent. The streaming thing's tough, but I feel like gotta if you're consistent, you could actually get something good.
I told you should have been Vin Formal and wore a suit. It could have been like
Been formal. Well, I did dress in my John Wick fucking.
what I'm
You would have the
first
John Wick
stream.
suit. We would always be sitting together. He'd be wearing like a suit, and I'd be shirtless.
That's
And,
disgusting.
Yeah, it was just it
Welcome
was such
to
a
the
funny
jungle.
fucking.
135 pounds of
Not in
fucking
real
chest
life.
hair.
We're talking about in GTA.
Oh, I mean,
I'm 175.
One of the
fucking
most
Gannon
unique-
weight. And I got fucking.
We had a blast. I
Oh,
would love
yeah,
to
that-
do that again, but it's hard to get. It's hard to, like you said, you gotta.
The
I'm
controls are
definitely
fucking
timed out.
clumsy.
Well, you're using mouse and keyboard.
You
for the
gotta
most
use mouse
part,
and
so.
keyboard and like
bring my-
entering
my
keyboard
regular
commands.
GTA character to
big
life.
Cass
I could
is
be
on the big sauce
El
over
Bigote
here.
del
Yeah.
Diablo.
You have to like type in commands though, like fucking to pump gas. It's like you type in like /pump. I don't even. You have to remember
fucking
all
fuck
these.
that.
MS
No.
DOS fucking prompts.
Pretty
No,
much,
I ain't
you
doing
got to
that.
remember
the
like
game
lines of
is
code.
hacked. So it's basically, they hacked open GTA, and it's playing on a separate
Too
server.
stupid
so
to remember all that shit.
you have,
Renee
you
told
do
me a
need to
crazy
know-
story about when he was on the RP, where like him and his like brother or his friend like had to like get in the good graces of like this gang. I
Yeah.
think he said the gang.
Ah.
Renee, if you're still here, it was a tostada. I think he said.
Mm.
I remember him telling me this story in the break room, and it was
real
just
break
so
room or the
surreal.
break room
real
podcast?
break room where
People
it all
could-
started.
People could run territories. Like you could legit go
Stab
into
people
the
in the
wrong
back.
area. We fucking went to the
Stab
wrong
'em.
area one time. We
Oh,
roamed
yeah.
into that one spot, and we got jacked for everything.
Back
They're
the
like,
way
put
you
your fucking
came.
hands in the air, put your hands in the air. And I didn't know how to put my hands in the air. Fucking controls. And I'm like, hey, just give me a minute. I'm trying. And then they just fucking shot me to death.
Kind of like what I did to those people in Modern
does that
Warfare.
mean you're dead forever?
In modern in Warzone, we're playing,
Oh, yeah.
and I do my friend, we make a deal. Why do we fuck one another? And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's make a deal. He's like, oh, you're gonna buy your friend back? Here, take my money. Joe just walks up to this guy and fucking blows his brains out. I'm like, my friend, why you do this? Why'd you kill him?
Somebody said shoot. I
Yeah, our teammate was.
thought
egging
that
him
was
on
his.
to
I
shoot.
thought that was his fucking teammate.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let him. You know
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
full of shit. You just want to kill a guy.
No, he
that
just
guy.
wanted to kill him.
No, but
I
you
like
have to
White.
do that because they end up killing you.
Listen,
My friend, I am a slave. I do
looks
not
like the
kill.
Iron Sheik from Wish.
Shiki baby.
Chica baby.
Maybe put on AEW.
Chin Min, I wanna let you know. Hulk
we are,
Hogan, no good piece of shit, motherfucker,
Fucking
piece of shit. Fuck the Hulk Hogan, he's a piece of shit.
Didn't we
we're
had some
really-
other shit on the list to cover, right? What else?
Game
was there?
Awards, Rob's trip. What was it?
December 18th, I'm going to be appearing at Long Island Glass
Glass.
as Peter Griffin Santa Claus, so that should be a lot of fun.
Is that the thing that I went to once?
Yeah,
At
the
that
food
place
truck
that-
thing, yeah, same place.
So well, that was actually mostly in a warehouse. Is it going to be outdoors too? It's pretty
I
cold
don't
out.
think
for
it's
that.
going to be outdoors because they have a fully indoor facility. Like
Yeah, it's pretty.
I've done a
big in
few events where it was all indoor.
Dude,
they
I
just
got
had like food trucks, so that's why it was
there.
outside.
That place was interesting.
It was
That's
a lot
cool.
of fun.
I might go
Rob,
to that
you
one.
Yeah, I had a lot.
Rob,
I think even Adam had a good time. 'Cause
Yeah.
you brought him.
you were gonna bring up the AI generated.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. So, sorry, I keep hitting this fucking microphone. So sorry
Help.
for the listeners.
That's a fucking.
I didn't even hear.
But the AI art thing is this big controversy that's going on. There's an app that came out called Lenza, and it's producing AI art, and you can like take like 20 photos of yourself and upload it. And I think you have to pay $5 to $8, whatever the hell it was.
It's like $5
And,
for
Chris
100
just
photos.
ironically enough, me and
For
you spoke
100
about
pics?
it, and then Chris started fucking sending us pictures.
once you
that
pay
he did
for it,
of
you own
himself.
it. But
I
it's
was one of
like,
those
it
people that
allows
was
you
like,
to-
it's stupid, fuck you, because everybody's posting them, and it's like, come on, dude, it's like you're jerking
But
yourself
some of the
off.
crazy shit they're coming
You
out
love to
with,
do
they're-
that, though.
They're making movies that never existed. With
You love
like,
fucking bragging
like,
about
They put
yourself.
like information in and like.
Love that shit.
They're
humble
making like
person, Joe.
steampunk looking movies from the 80s that never existed, complete with fucking Muppets and shit. The only thing that's really lacking in the technology, which I'm sure they'll figure out, is like hands. Like hands look weird.
The
So that's,
world
like,
we live in
the
soon.
giveaway of like an
We're gonna have
AI
virtual
pictures if it
fucking
has
friends
hands.
and girlfriends and fucking.
We already have
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
see. I see
fucking
two major problems come to mind when I see it, because it's cool and fun on one hand. It's great to see the stuff you're talking about, but then like the self-image thing is concerning, because
It makes
I've
you look
seen
perfect.
It makes you look
Makes you
perfect.
look-
It makes you
No, hold on.
symmetrical.
Hold on.
Symmetry.
It
I'm
does
just
fuck
saying-
you up.
it-
There's a
it
lot of
takes-
fucked up photos in there.
Well,
You
yeah,
pay
you're not
for
gonna
100
post
photos.
those. You're not gonna post those.
No,
ones on your
yeah,
social.
you
I'm
exclude
just-
those.
You're gonna pick the ones that you wish you.
I don't know.
looked
Whatever
like
I've
this.
seen people post, they
I'm
look
like-
like
You look like cartoon characters.
Dude, they had
or
a
something.
they made a
It's like-
photo of me with a crown on my fucking head. I didn't share. I'm gonna share like one or two of these at a
gotta
time.
see this
They're
shit.
funny. They're funny
yeah,
because
yeah.
they're so self-righteous and ridiculous. Like when there's a picture of me fucking with like sitting on a throne, I'm gonna post that because fuck you guys. I'm the
funny.
king. you
That's
know
what
I mean?
computers think of humans. Like,
And you know what? Like, if it makes people feel better about themselves, who gives a fuck? It's funny.
No,
it's
I'm
kinda
saying
cool.
it doesn't. I don't think in terms of like the long term effect of it, it doesn't, because you don't look that way. And not to say the funny stuff you're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
Some of
I've
these
seen-
people like that looks
I
exactly
mean, I
like
fucking
him.
hate my
Shit, you
face,
know?
so I'm not paying money to see it in different ways.
No, it's fucking bullshit. I think we're going into an area now where it's just
well,
getting
what the
dangerous.
big argument is that it's stealing from actual artists' styles to the point where
Yeah.
you can even see their autographs. Like
I have seen
their
some photos with
signatures.
autographs, and I wondered, is that an AI generated autograph? Or is
No,
that the-
it's actually somebody else's because they're stealing art from like art styles from like they feed it into this AI art.
So
program.
you choose the photos though. It doesn't choose it on its own.
It chooses the art styles, but it's
No, not. I'm
lets
just saying
you
it doesn't
input,
choose the
like-
photos.
you just upload 20 photos, and it gives you what
Okay,
it gives
so
you,
pick-
and
It has a
that's
data
on you
bank.
then. That's
Yeah.
on you then. I thought the AI might be just like grabbing.
Exactly. But the problem is that people are paying $5 for this and getting 100 photos that they probably have to pay thousands of dollars to get from actual artists.
But
the
is that a
difference is
problem?
artists actually have families and
Yeah, we should all
But
do
you
it
can
and put it
still
up on
do
our
that. You know,
podcast.
that to me is just pearl clutching because it's like, okay, so
I think it's
DJs take music
akin
that
to
other people
auto-tune.
make.
Yeah, auto-tune and music is the same fucking
Yeah,
thing.
DJs
Yeah.
take music that other people make and make remixes and fucking spin
Now, if you
it
really
and-
want to stop this AI art thing, just make it generate some Disney pictures, and Disney's lawyers will fucking shut that shit down faster than
I don't
Good
think they'll
luck
be able
stopping
to, you know.
technology.
Speed of
You
thought.
can't. Good luck.
It's just,
You can-
it's just the
You'll never
world.
stop it.
Like,
It's a freight train, and as we get older, we'll look back and go, "That's weird." But the people who grow up under it,
this
are
whole
gonna be like,
fucking
I think
filter.
that the fake movies are fascinating that they come up with these pictures. I just can't stand people who are like, oh, this is a movie that never had, went into production, and they try to pretend it was real. But like, there's like fucking like some kind of like Hellraiser movie I saw. They had, they made like like I think they made a H.P. Lovecraft Muppet movie or some shit.
Yeah, we're simultaneously in the
saw a
age
bunch
of
of that
like
stuff.
free speech.
There was a
but
steampunk
also-
Wizard of Oz that looked
deep
really
fake.
wild.
Phil made a good point. He said this is nothing new, nothing different than what people do already. Social media is a highlight
That's
reel,
what I'm saying.
which I mean,
Everything is a fucking filter. You don't know what people fucking look like anymore.
true.
Everyone's
it doesn't
on
matter
a
because you're
you
never
see
going to
them in
see
person,
them
you
anyway.
know?
Like
Yeah.
it connects people from across the world. You can have a girlfriend in Zimbabwe and you never fucking meet them. It's
Photoshop was
insane.
always
Like,
the
we just
thing,
live
you
in a
know.
time where
Yeah, filters are a
physical
little weird.
connections almost. It's almost turning into Demolition Man, where like they're almost squeamish about.
Yeah, it's
physical
just a
connection.
scary world, man.
Soon we're just gonna have AR goggles
We're
that
gonna
are
turn
gonna
into the
slim
fat
That's
people
why
in
everybody.
Wally, and we're just gonna
Chris,
be in
you read my
chairs
mind.
floating
I was
around.
gonna say you're gonna
Yeah.
be putting.
I'm
you're
gonna be
have
looking at you and
filters.
seeing what AR tells me through the filter that
Yeah.
you look like versus what you
My
actually
time has
do.
finally come.
Hey, maybe that'll be good for like amputees and shit. Fucking.
Fuck
I
are
don't
you
know.
talking
It's all right.
about?
One day we're all gonna get wiped out.
Hey,
so
you're
that's fine.
missing a leg, but virtually, you're not.
Fuck are you talking
got your
about,
leg.
man?
A red pill or blue pill is right.
Talking about, well,
Talking about
I'm
drawing
Enjoy
a
it all
line
while
on
gonna
the
it
get into
lasts.
sand.
history
It's all
and
temporary.
prosthetics.
Just
Man.
like everything else in.
You ain't got no
throughout
legs,
history.
Lieutenant
All
Dan.
temporary.
Fucking fad.
I don't think it's a fact. I don't think
not-
it's going away because
I'm
you're
not
definitely going to be able to
about it.
implement
I'm
this
not built
into
for this
AR.
generation. I'm
Joe,
not.
You know
If-
what's going to happen?
if I
Eventually,
took a-
we're going to get a bunch of people in fucking
nobody that
mocap
was
suits at
older
Comic
was
Con.
built for the new generation.
Hold on.
Nobody's going to actually wear costumes at Comic Con anymore. It's going to be an AR costume.
tell you a
with
story.
WhatsApp dots
If
and
I
fucking-
fucking took 20 photos of you, Joe, threw them into this app, and it put out a picture of you
Gonna put up-
as a professional fucking wrestler with your fucking hand up and a crowd around you, you'd be like, "That's pretty fucking cool."
Robert's
I
gonna
wouldn't-
put
I
a
wouldn't
fucking
put-
Napa
But you-
photo.
well,
Yeah, what we're talking about, like you post it to get a like on a social media account, but I'm talking about, the aspect of like a social dating applications, and I could tell you some fucking crazy catfish fucking
people are
stories.
gonna
I
be making their
guarantee
Tinder
those filters
profiles.
are
Yeah,
being
profile
generated.
but if you
pictures
go
on,
on
like,
an
Hinge
app,
and
whatever
shit.
fucking dating app there is, farmersonly.com, your sister's ass bedroom, whatever, they're all fucking Photoshop pictures of these girls and
Yeah.
fucking.
you
Well,
gotta
that's
do
why it's
filter
considered
pictures.
blind dating.
my-
You
No,
know?
it's fucking bullshit.
reality.
Listen, I met this girl. This is maybe like 10 years ago, and she was attractive on the pictures and shit like that. And we met at a pizzeria in a parking lot and whatever. And long story short, when I pulled up, she got out of her car, and the car lifted about 4 fucking feet. And I was like, huh, it's totally
I know
catfish.
about
That's
that.
getting catfish. That's
Yes.
always been a thing.
What? No.
AI is gonna make it worse.
It's gonna
because
get even
people are
worse,
gonna
is
be
what I'm
making a
fucking
Tinder
saying.
profile pictures.
It's gonna be even really fucking bad.
I wonder
Here,
if it'll
Joe,
start
you want me-
spitting out
you want
They
me to
could
pictures.
really-
make
of
you
guys
6
holding
foot
fish
tall
up.
now, Chris. I mean, that's gonna be
Wait,
really,
Joe, you want me to really blow your mind? I think
Do
I
it.
already told you this story. Actually.
Yeah. Me here.
So, guys making like 6 figures on the internet, being a female stripper in the metaverse.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Why? What?
So they got full body capture VR out there. You could get the full body capture.
Fuck am I
shit.
doing with my life?
And this guy is a female stripper.
He's a
in the
female
metaverse.
avatar in the game.
He is a female in the metaverse.
but he's using
And
his
make it like
motion
6
capture.
Yeah, make it like $600,000.
That's bananas.
Well, I feel like
The
that's
wrong line
normal
of
because
work.
most of these females on these dating apps that have these profiles, they're probably males anyway. They're probably.
I mean, there is
Somebody
a lot
brought
of
up,
that too. Yeah.
Somebody brought up a point to me and Rob over on this trip about what was it? Starting OnlyFans for your feet for the guys.
That's it. Yeah.
God.
She's just
take
like-
pictures of your
she told
feet.
me,
And
she's
people
like-
pay for you.
Like
Fucking
what girl?
Laris
We
the
were like,
Club
what
foot
girl
over
would
here?
look at my feet? What girl would look at my feet? She goes, girl. It's fucking weird guys looking at.
There
your
are sick
feet.
fucks
And I
that
was
would
like,
probably
oh,
pay to
Jesus
watch me
Christ,
eat.
You're right. I didn't think of that.
Watch me eat this
Think of
hamburger
that.
for a second. Goodbye.
Oh, bro, this is too much.
Sick.
Well,
We live in
people. I
sick
mean, you
world.
look at like the guy.
It was sick to hear, and
It
it was
was
sick
fun
to
to
see.
Look at that
Listen,
guy, I Show
you
Speed.
know-
He's like a fucking star now, and he started
Oh, yeah,
himself
he's
up
huge.
by fucking blowing himself up with fireworks.
I do have a
Yeah, he
great
did.
name though for if you want to eat
He
food,
would like
Rob.
fucking jump like into like he would hurt himself on camera
you
like
see when
Jackass
he-
style, and now he's like a fucking international star.
We're gonna start a new channel, and it's gonna be like us eating food,
Please
and it's gonna be pizza, and it's gonna be called Only Pies. And I'm telling you, we're gonna make it work.
Just order every pie possible
God.
in New York.
Listen, fuck those pizza review guys. We do it better.
Oh,
We've done it first.
I got a better idea. Bagel reviews.
Fuck, there's only one bagel you like, so you're gonna go through every
Hey, well, that's the gold
cinnamon
standard.
raisin bagel and everything bagel,
Fucking
and
holy
an
man
onion
over here.
bagel.
You know?
Well, everybody,
Phil.
I would be the everything
Yeah,
bagel.
Phil.
review.
The everything bagel.
Phil said 600K. I'll start dance lessons right now. Hey, listen, it's a whole new world. I always say this, in our
600K. I'll pull my feet out. What?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, people
What?
always bring it up that
I'll be an AR ocean simulator.
You want a toe? I can get you a toe by
scared
3
of,
o'clock
technology.
with nail
They're always
polish.
scared of- They're always scared of technology. I say technology is a gift and a curse. It's a double-edged sword. Fire was one of the first technologies of humanity.
Fucking
It could be
amateurs.
used to cook your
And
food,
we immediately got
heat your
burned.
house, or burn it down. So,
Man, but
it's always going to give and take. There's
even
always
with
gonna
music,
be-
people were saying when GarageBand came out and shit like that, like, oh, these people aren't real musicians. They're not playing
course.
a good, and
They're
like,
from an
if
era
anything,
of-
that
Still whine
helps
about
people.
that shit.
And even photographers, I know a photographer that used these AI photos, and she's like doing pretty well for herself. And
What's the difference then if I collaborate with you in person and we collaborate on making a song, or if I'm like Tony Stark and I'm collaborating with an AI on making a song? I don't really. See
Well,
the
that
fucking
was the thing.
difference.
She said, "I'm going to use what this AI generated as inspiration. Like I'm going to steal what the AI is spitting out, and I'm going to
endless
pose
muse,
photos
like it
as
fucking has
this."
everything.
So, I mean, you can use it to your benefit. You know, I don't think it's that bad. It is a little fad. I think it is a little self-righteous when you dump like fucking 20 photos of yourself looking epic.
But that's all my fucking feed is now. I have to turn
I know,
that shit off.
it's too much.
I have to fucking snooze you because I don't want to see
Yeah,
this shit. You don't fucking look like that.
Yeah.
Get the hell out
No,
of here.
I mean, but it does look like
another-
them. It's just you're not
No,
actually wearing a
man.
gold-plated armor.
If you can't tell the difference between, you know,
Man.
these fucking generated photos.
that
in
shit,
reality,
no, but that
it'll-
shit
it'll
looks
get-
really
It looks fake
realistic. I don't know. That
it
shit
looks
looks
fake
pretty
enough.
dead on some of them.
You can tell that it's
looks like
it's
an artist
art, though,
rendition.
as
It
opposed to
doesn't-
like a photo.
Yes. It looks like a
Yeah,
painting.
exactly. Yeah. So
Well,
on the
you
other
know,
side of the
paintings were originally
AI
something only rich
conversation-
people could have. Now, fucking the regular common man for $5 could get a fucking painting.
True,
You
all
know,
those- all
not
those beautiful-
Napoleon, like Napoleon.
like Napoleon. Yeah.
You know,
Napoleon.
The captain of his
Is that a
field.
fucking
That's a
jockey?
great reference, Chris. Chris just hit the
Sopranos
It's a general.
reference
one
for
of
those
his
that
better
don't know.
references ever.
Take that down.
Have you guys ever heard of something called Chat GPT? Have you heard of this
Chat
new thing?
roulette.
So no,
No,
Chat
what is-
GPT. So
what is that?
It's
Oh,
on
yeah.
It's on the Open AI platform. It's basically available online.
Fucking
This-
world.
It's it's called an optimizing language model for dialogue, but that doesn't really help you. Really, you could like put in simple things and it can spit out like complex code. You can like almost you could ask it for a book report. You can ask it to like do
I saw somebody ask it to write code to like fucking buy stock, like you know,
Yes.
like those machines that the rich people have that are having those fucking.
We're really
eyes wide
coming
shut
out with like
parties.
Jarvis, because Jarvis is able to do a lot of that shit. So we're gonna look back at Jarvis like we look back at like some of the technology in Star Trek, where they had like video calls and shit in the 60s.
Of course, yeah.
where that
Most
didn't
writers,
exist.
most writers will read like science fiction. They'll read science journals. They'll read about these concepts and these things that aren't available yet because of their technological barriers. But they'll usually get inspiration from something that's actually happening in the scientific field, and then they'll write a story. That's why these things kind of come up. Like, oh, I saw that in Demolition Man back in 1992, and
Fucking
know,
rat
these are-
burger.
these are all things that
Bougie
somebody
Taco
read
Bells
about. Like,
everywhere.
oh, you can make a fucking burger out of crickets. It's cricket protein. Cricket
Illuminate.
protein burger. Illuminate. Hey,
And
Siri,
that's a
turn
fucking
the
real
fucking
thing
lights
now.
on.
I got the smart bulbs. I got the Philips Hues.
Oh, see, and there she
Turn
goes.
them
She
on
just
with
answered
the
me now.
Alexa thing.
And all that's gonna happen too is like little kids, they're gonna grow up with this shit. Like when I was growing up, the fun thing to do would be to go onto AOL search and just search for shit and see what it would say. Like
Welcome.
whatever the
Chat
fuck
rooms and
would
You've
come
got
to mind.
mail.
people.
No, like way
Wow,
beyond
you
that.
got
It would be
mail.
like I can't even think. of
Age,
what
sex,
you would be.
location, Vin.
Yeah, ASL.
You were a little
ASL.
older than me, pal. I was
like
probably on a
eight.
little younger side.
A little
You know,
bit older.
eight
It's a couple
now.
years.
I was like,
AOL
oh
is
my
the
god.
messengers.
That's not a lot.
So, but no, it's not. But at the time when you're 13 compared to 8, there's a difference in what you're typing into a search engine.
I was typing
But I
in
just mean to
Sunny
say
and
these-
Sable at 13 years old.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, yeah.
Sable, yeah.
So,
fucking Tori Wilson.
They're gonna grow up with it. You hear kids. I've heard kids say like, "Hey Siri, what's your favorite ice cream?" and shit like that. Like they think of these things in a totally different way. They're very comfortable with it because it's just the way the world is for them. For us, it's obviously very jarring when you're like, "Well, what
It's
are all the
jarring.
what ifs? What are the what if? But this is
There's
just
always,
gonna
you
keep
know,
going
there's-
that way.
There's waves, you know. Like you remember when chat roulette was a thing?
Of course.
You remember what it devolved
Oh,
into?
Siri.
Porn?
It wasn't porn. It was just a bunch of guys jerking off.
The porn.
That's not porn.
Well, they would
It's
like,
fucking
ask the girls to take their shirts off, and then they would beat
chat
off.
roulette when it first came out was fucking
It's
awesome.
called voyeurism, actually.
Well, but at first it was cool because you
It
would
would
have
be funny.
random
It'd be a random
conversations with
strange.
people around the world. You know, there was some really interesting like encounters and just shit
I
that
never
would
fucked with
happen.
any of that
I
shit.
didn't
But
really
more
fuck
and
with
more
that.
people. Oh, you never did chat roulette?
Are you kidding?
my
Oh, I
God.
have fucking pictures on my old iMac of
It
fucking
was
all
crazy,
the guys
dude.
at the house.
It would just randomly
You'd have,
connect
like,
you to
5
people,
people in a
and you'd
room.
talk to them.
I knew
Yeah.
about it, but I never used it.
It was
I
fucking.
think my next door
crazy.
neighbors used it.
It was like just fucking
Random
that's what
boom.
opening a
happened.
portal.
They went on and the cameras, and there's different people, and then they got to this guy, and he was jerking off. I was like, hey, you
It
know,
was
I don't
all,
need
well,
this.
you would just have to
How
like,
long did it take them to come?
Next.
you know, look away.
Ah.
Blah.
What was the point?
But then just more and more, there was more.
they
Sea of Thieves.
It was like it just got worse.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was like when webcams and video were just like streamable. Like
Do you have a job,
FaceTime and all
sir?
that shit really wasn't like mainstream. It wasn't available on fucking phones yet. Pretty much all the Apple computers had front-facing cameras, but a lot of other ones did not.
Suggest you do what your parents did, sir. Get a job, sir.
Get a job. Oh,
The bum's lost.
Father doesn't have any money. It's mother's money.
Bums will always lose. Do you hear me, Lebowski?
What day is it?
You don't go around looking for a job on a weekday dressed like that. What day is it?
The
What else do we
you
have
mind
to
if I
talk
do it,
about,
Jay?
fellas?
That's about it, man.
I think that
It's
is
gonna
it.
be we're winding down the year, man. It's gonna be I think next year is gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot going on, but I think the next couple of weeks are gonna be
Do you have any Star Wars next year?
We have Star
Definitely.
Wars
You have
coming up in
fucking-
Well,
March.
Mandalorian's
Bad
coming in
Batch.
March.
Mandalorian's March.
Yeah.
Fucking Ahsoka. Yeah, it's Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
year. So Bob Iger being back at Disney.
It'd
makes
be
me
interesting
fucking
to see if
super
Grand Admiral
excited.
Thrawn makes his grand debut in a live-action show. It'd be beautiful.
Apparently, Jackie Kennedy. Is it Jacqueline Kennedy? What's her name?
Jackie Kennedy. You fucking worked with her for 5 years.
No,
I mean,
not
Jackie
no,
is short
I'm
for
talking about
Jacqueline,
Disney.
usually.
I'm talking about Lucasfilm.
Oh.
No. Kathleen
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of our Jackie.
Happy birthday, Jackie.
Kathleen
Happy
Kennedy
birthday,
apparently
Happy birthday, Jack.
is leaving after Indy 5 comes out.
Thank
That's
fucking Christ.
That's the rumor.
Give the job to Filoni, please. Make it a
fucking
joint
minutes on
job
TV
between
show.
him and
Speaking
and
of
Favreau.
Kathleen Kennedy, I did watch the Willow show recently.
Oh, how would you like that?
I loved it.
Whispering in the
Oh, shit,
Willows.
that's
I
cool.
loved
gotta
it.
check
I
that
mean,
out.
it's one of my favorite movies from the '80s, and they did a
June's
really
Whispering
good
in the
job.
Willows.
Good to hear. That's fucking.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I never saw the original Willows.
Did a good
so I have
job.
no frame of reference. If I'm gonna watch
Well,
that,
then I
I'll
got
probably
fucking
watch the
rejects.
original one.
I actually wanted to watch
to
the
watch.
Christmas Story sequel too. Rob's dad. Said
My
it was
dad
good.
said that it was really good. He enjoyed it, but my
Oh,
dad likes everything. So
You
it's hard
watched
to-
the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special?
I did not.
That was good.
Yeah,
I did
I played it in the
I haven't
background.
really gotten into the
Fun.
Christmas spirit yet this year. I don't know.
Where's your Christmas
But
spirit?
I did hook up my dad with a new train.
There's a
We
buying
got-
Christmas trains. You gave me the Polar Express.
We
What
got
do
a
you
we
mean?
got an O gauge Polar Express, and my dad's super thrilled with the puff smoke. It's got the sound effects.
You're nothing but a
control
bunch of
through an
con men
app.
in red suits.
And we had an S gauge, which is a smaller gauge
I
train,
gotta watch that.
and we hooked Vin up with that train. So now he's got a Christmas train of his own.
Got a Christmas train. I'm ready to go. I don't know. If
Direct
I'm
from the
gonna
train man himself. I got that as a surprise for my
And,
dad. a
and
couple
wait,
years ago,
tell
so-
everybody where's the store that you're buying this stuff from.
So
What is it?
funny enough, we actually went to Lynbrook, New York, to
Lynbrook.
Trainland, which is the store that Bobby Bacala takes it.
No
all
way.
of that. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
actually
Way.
we shop at that train
Wow.
store, which is really funny. it's quite a trip out there because it's almost touching Queens, Lynbrook. But yeah, it's a nice
Under
train
the
store. They got
boardwalk,
everything.
Jan was blowing some guy
Under
under
the
the
boardwalk.
boardwalk.
Jan's mad.
Oh my God,
Got
I
his
can't
ass
hear that
kicked
song
out.
no more.
got
without
his
thinking
ass
of that
beat
They're
shit.
playing
Bobby
Monopoly
Bacala.
too.
Phil,
That's fucking
you're
great
not happy
episode.
about all the Star Wars. Come on, man. What's going on here?
Yeah.
I feel like we're not
I'm hyped
getting-
about the Star Wars stuff.
I
I'm
feel like
looking
none of
forward
it's
to
been
Ahsoka.
bad,
I'm looking
so-
forward to Mando. And Mando's my favorite.
Mando, hey,
Mando.
Come on,
I mean,
Mando.
when Carl Weathers made it into
Do
Star
some
Wars, I'm like,
spice.
come on. He's like he's Apollo Creed in
I feel
Star
like there
Wars.
wasn't a
What's
lot
there
of
not to
Carl
love?
Weathers last season.
Oh,
fucking-
Phil is thrilled. I'm sorry, I took that the wrong way.
Oh,
Phil is
okay.
thrilled about Star Wars next year.
He's filled.
That's the right mindset.
I love you, Jamie. You're my all-time favorite person.
Damn, Joe, you got me wanting to play Max Payne now.
That's right.
Fucking ball games.
Dasher,
There's
Dancer,
three Max
Bronzer,
Payne
Blitzen.
games, right?
There's three of them.
I
yeah.
played
they're
the
all-
third
That
one. I don't think I
remastered.
played the first.
Third
two.
was the most recent one where it's in like Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah. There's like the
Yes.
big stadium you gotta run through
Yeah,
and all
that
that
was-
shit.
Carlos
That was a great game.
Zambrano.
I
Yeah,
thoroughly
yeah.
enjoyed that game, but I
I-
never played the other two.
It still holds up too. I got it on
I
PC
don't know
and it's a great
wait,
game.
What was the guy's name? Not the
Rodrigo
I
Bronco.
played that shit when it came
Rodrigo.
out.
I'm
so I
thinking
can't
Diego
remember no more.
Zambrano.
Fucking Diego. I gotta reach out to
Zambrano.
him.
Rodrigo Bronco. Oh, that,
Yeah,
Jesus
the Max
sakes.
Payne games were always great.
it sucks that Rockstar has gotten off like making other shit. That's
Yeah,
the one
they've just
problem I
been-
see.
They've been pumping out the Red Dead and the GTA
I
stuff.
mean,
and
it
made
took
those-
Red Dead's a feat of all feats because that game's.
Are they still doing updates to that online?
I've been playing Red Dead
No, they
Online
stopped.
recently.
They stopped.
I haven't touched Red Dead Online in a long time. I mean, it was still buggy when we were playing. Remember that time we bugged into the building and we were shooting everybody, and we
Oh, you're going
became
back.
wanted by the cops.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the cops kept trying to come, and we just kept shooting them, and they couldn't shoot back because they couldn't shoot into the building. but
That
we
was
could
like
shoot
the
out.
first week the game was out. They had
Oh,
that.
God, I think that was like when I played it.
Oh man,
I was deadly with that shotgun. I was fucking people up with the shotgun. I was riding horseback and fucking
Blow
knocking
off limbs
people out.
in Red
man,
Dead.
I used to love that shit. And my character looked like fucking David Harbour. It was hilarious.
Phil also brought up another good series that we've never really spoken about. BioShock. Did any of you guys ever play that? I never.
BioShock
Absolutely.
Infinite was one of the best video games
The
ever
original
played.
BioShock was phenomenal.
Yeah, never.
I couldn't
Ending
get
was
into the
also
original
Infinite.
BioShock.
Yep.
Okay.
And BioShock 2 I didn't bother with because it was more of the same with the first one. And
What the fuck? How did it
but the
end?
third one, BioShock Infinite, was outstanding.
It's crazy that you could play that.
That
now,
was the one
like,
with the
on an
flying mechanical city.
Mm.
And
Didn't it end where like the first one began? It was like one of these like fucking.
there's a great Easter egg in that game because they have a portal that opens up to different times and places and like realities, and one of them opens up a portal to a movie theater that in French says Revenge of the Jedi. So it's the original working title of Return of the Jedi before they switched the name. So that's supposed to be a reality where they stuck with the name Revenge of the Jedi, and it was in French, which was
I hope
really
nobody
funny. So
told,
that was like a little
Disney
Easter egg in
they
there.
should have.
So I love that. And then they also had like old timey versions of like rock songs that are like from the 60s and 70s and shit.
Yeah.
So
Where's the
like it kind of like bled the future and the past because people hear probably
Westworld,
hearing
they
these
did that a lot
songs
in
because of
Westworld.
the portals and shit and getting inspired.
We do a toy hunt on Christmas Eve. We were kind of thinking about that. So that's what
Yeah.
we did. We did that last year. I think you weren't there, but me, Vin, and Rob went to like 3 or 4 toy stores.
I mean,
Just-
two of those toy stores are fucking gone.
I
from
know,
those
but
days.
there's other ones.
The
There's-
Muck Time's gone, and so is Hassel.
All we need to do is just go to the Tri-County Flea
Wow,
Market.
they are. So
Well,
we have
Hassel,
wow, that's
Hassel
good we have
moved to
video of that.
Ohio, and a Muck Time moved to like Pittsburgh.
we had that Chosen One collectibles. That store was pretty cool.
Yeah, we still got to make the trip to New Jersey because I'd like to go to Pandora's Box.
hello?
I'd like to make the trip to the Sopranos house.
I've been fucking saying
we
that
could
forever.
do both of those together. I mean, at least we got the pizza trip. We did do that.
Well, let's
That's
do
not
the-
for- that's not
we
a
talked
cold
about that from
kind
the
of
beginning,
thing.
too.
The Sopranos house you don't want to do in the cold.
No, I wouldn't do that in the cold. I'd wait for it to get warmer.
And we
I'd
could go to
probably wait
medieval
until
times
spring
too.
or
We'll make
so.
a day of it.
We could go to medieval
We'll go and we'll
times.
stop down at
I
Morton's.
wouldn't mind that.
Make a day of it.
I'll get another fucking sword. You know, I have my original sword from when I went in middle school in my closet.
Whenever I think of
Medieval
medieval
sword.
times, I think of Cable Guy.
Goodbye,
Excuse me, wench. Thus have thou
Down,
bug a bell
down,
for me
down.
and me mates.
Red Knight going
Been
down.
pitched in a battle for a
They had
fortnight,
decent
has the
food
king's
there and
thirst
stuff,
for frosty
too, you know?
boots. Thus,
They
that,
give you the
thus might
fucking
have
big
for us.
turkey legs and shit.
I like the
Yeah.
winch.
We went there for
Like the
Chris's
wedges.
birthday. I got hammered. It was
Didn't our
great.
guy win too on my birthday?
Yeah,
It was the
Night
yellow
won.
guy,
Green
right?
Night
Because he
won.
brought me.
We were screaming.
I think it was
We
the
were-
yellow night.
Because I think
it
the flag
yellow?
you brought me home was yellow.
Oh,
Normally,
right, it
my
was yellow
rule
and
is that
black.
the blue night sucks.
Because I was supposed to come, and I got deadly sick that morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Deadly.
backed out of
I
that.
was supposed to come, and
Yeah.
I got deadly sick. My stomach was fucked up.
That's it. He's
that
dead.
morning, so I wasn't going nowhere, and I was going through those issues at that time.
Oh, geez,
And,
Phil jumped in here.
That's a
I
good
felt
survey
bad
question.
because I had been to medieval times twice before. I went once in middle school, and I went once in high school.
Should do an
Love
ugly
medieval times.
sweater podcast for that day too.
Yeah, we could do
Oh,
ugly
did you
sweaters.
guys see
I
that
had fun.
fucking
have
Randy Savage one I sent?
That's a great one. The cream of the crop one.
Yeah, bro.
That's a phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a
So
phenomenal
the guy,
ugly
all right,
sweater.
so Phil did bring up Bioshock because the creator of Bioshock is doing a new series. The new game's called Judas. I didn't catch that. I know that
Judas.
was revealed
I
yesterday.
haven't even heard of that one.
It just they just
Frankincense
revealed
and
yesterday.
murder.
You know what? Hey,
You guys-
I got a
You
good.
guys like eggnog?
No.
I do.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's go around. Eggnog,
about
take it or leave it.
I like eggnog.
Trash.
Rob,
Throw
take
it,
it.
throw it in the fucking
Joe says
garbage.
get rid of it.
No, I like
Ben
it.
Very
says
good.
keep
Love
it. I love egg. I mean, I don't love it, but it's good. You can have a.
I don't drink it
vanilla
with the
eggnog?
alcohol.
Cup
in
or
it, but I
so.
drink it regular.
I
Yeah,
got
I
a
don't
good
really
one.
need it
Hey,
with-
it's the holidays. What's your
It's the holiday
favorite
season.
holiday movie?
Muppet Christmas Carol,
Okay.
and then Christmas Vacation.
Thank you.
Okay. So you get one and you get the follow-up. Joe, what are yours?
Jingle All the Way. That's right. It's a super summer blockbuster smash.
That's a good
Dancer, dancer, bronzer, blitzen, Comet Cupid, Donna Blitzen. I got the answer. I got the answer. I love you,
Can't stop
Jamie.
him from saying that.
You're my all-time favorite person. It's turbo time.
Put the cookie down now.
Get the toy with the flexible arms and the rock'em sock'em jetpack.
He got to.
He got
He
to.
got to.
Hello, little girl.
like a
You want a
soundboard,
shiny
dude.
red ball? I'm not a pervert.
He's been waiting for this moment.
turbo
I
time.
said, set the stage.
Can't stop, Joe, bro. Work him in July. He'll do that.
That's right.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
And
Jingle
then
All
you
the
got Turbo Man now. See?
That's right.
So wait, what was the follow-up? It was Jingle All the Way.
I really like Elf, even though it's a newer one.
Elf.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I was never a big elf guy. I don't know.
And I like the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas.
Grinch was good.
All right,
I like
hold
that.
on, Vin. What
Dump
do you
it the
got?
trumpet.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations, man.
That's great,
Number
yeah.
one.
Okay.
Number one.
And what's the
holiday movie.
follow-up on that?
That's a tough
Die
one.
Hard.
It's a bit nipply out
That's
there.
what Phil
Phil
said.
said Die
Phil
Hard.
said Die
Yeah,
Hard.
Phil
Die
said
Hard's a
Die
great
Hard.
movie.
Die Hard's
It's a
great,
Christmas
dude.
movie.
Fucking
Fuck you if you don't
Nakatomi
think.
Plaza.
Elf.
Come
Oh,
on.
damn right.
1988.
I don't know, but I'll definitely always watch Home Alone. Like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Will be like,
Pisses
boom,
me
Gonna
off.
watch it. Gonna watch it. Why? You don't like Home Alone?
I like Home Alone, but it just pisses me off. It's just a sad story. It's like
Because then
Also,
left Home
you
Alone.
can't
twice.
think
The
it.
fucking parents are imbeciles.
Yeah, but hey, he got
Great.
he came out
Joe
stronger
Pesci,
for it.
come on. Joe Pesci.
All right, so
The Sticky
Jeez.
Bandits.
I'm surprised nobody said, but Bad Santa.
That Santa's
never saw
phenomenal.
that movie.
Love. Oh,
Fucking phenomenal.
you never saw
I
Bad
never saw
Santa?
Bad Santa.
We're watching.
You're
We're
right.
watching that.
Great.
We're watching that.
wait,
before
you
I
Bad
know
never-
it.
Santa
We
1
were
and 2.
supposed to watch it
Or-
together, and it never
Bad,
happened.
dude, you
Oh, we
will
have to.
fucking laugh
yeah,
your
we
ass
will.
off. That
Yeah.
little
Hey, Billy
fat
Bob
kid.
Thornton.
Oh, man.
I
Billy
was
Bob
trying to
Thornton
tell
is
him.
just.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
all right,
God.
sorry. So real quick, so we're at the event in Minnesota, and we go real quick to grab some food. We take like a
That's
30-minute break.
That's right.
Of course, Rob is just full exposed. There's
Yeah.
nothing he
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do. He's Peter
Yes.
without.
There's no
with shirt,
hiding.
No hiding.
Fucking Yeti.
I'm
We're
on my
literally
fucking lunch
sitting.
break.
Having a fucking having our food, and this fucking guy comes meandering over, and you can just feel his energy. He's gonna come over, and he comes over, and I swear to fucking God, he fucking leans on this thing. We're sitting there, and he leans over this thing, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, so blah blah blah." He's talking to us like this while we're fucking eating, bro. And all I wanted to do was scream, "I'm on my fucking break!" But yeah,
Classic line.
that's Bad Santa.
Rob, you will cry watching this
You
movie.
will.
This little kid.
We will be
Can I
throwing
make
up.
you some sandwiches? God damn it, kid! What the
Don't even
fuck is
tell
with
him.
you making these sandwiches?
No, don't even. He has no point of reference, dude.
Yeah, no,
He'd
fuck
be
that.
fu-
You
no.
guys fucking quoted Big Lebowski.
I was gonna say
I'm
one
fucking
thing we
quote
can't
Bad
do.
Santa.
We can't one thing
Yeah,
that
where you can't fucking
happen
quote
is
it.
Rob won't talk over the movie because he doesn't know what they're gonna say. So
Yeah.
it'll be the one time
will
you can watch
cry.
a movie with
I
him.
cannot believe you've never watched Bad Santa.
And the
Oh
music,
my
the
God, I
soundtrack
can't
to it
wait.
is so good. It's got so
Fuck
many like
next
I watch a lot of
Nope.
Christmas movies anymore.
It's John. It's
canceling the
John
stream.
Ritter's last movie
Oh,
next,
before he died.
next
And
week's
I don't know. It
stream
might
is
be Bernie
canceled.
Max too.
Bernie
No,
Mac.
it
might have
might
been-
have
Up
been,
there,
but
it's up
it's
there.
I think it was
close.
John Ritter's
Oh, John Ritter, man.
and
Definitely
Bernie
John
Mac
Ritter's.
from Three Company. Was that John
Come
Ritter?
on, knock on our door.
Ritter.
We've been waiting for you.
Take a step where the kisses are hers and his.
Three's company too.
Home Alone 1 or 2. 1 is
Mr.
better
Furley.
for the originality. 2
Yeah.
is great because it's New
2
York
is good.
City, but it's just
Mr. Roper.
It's a
Yeah, Roper.
rehash. So
Yeah.
it's like a very direct.
I don't really have a follow up. Just Bad Santa.
Oh,
I
Bad
fucking
Santa's
love
great.
that movie. I every year for Christmas, that's like the most.
Another movie
enjoyment.
that is a Christmas movie. It's Lethal Weapon. I'm just gonna
Oh,
put.
of course.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fucking
Right.
opening scene is at the Christmas tree. Fucking.
Damn fucking right.
I only saw the first Lethal Weapon.
I mean this movie
they're
that's
all
on the
great.
TV right now. What is this? A
They
Christmas
fuck
Carol?
you with the cell phones. I love
They
A Christmas
fuck you, they
Carol.
fuck you,
As a
they fuck
kid,
you.
Loved it.
What's the name of
one
this
my
movie?
favorites. Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Wait,
Christmas.
The Christmas
Christmas
Story?
They're making a sequel to this. I don't
They
know if
already
you've
made
seen
it.
I
that.
saw
It's
that.
already out.
Yeah,
Already out.
it's
That's
out.
what Vin just
Yes.
said. My father.
I mean,
said
this
it
is a
was
classic. This is always
This
good
is a
when
great-
it's
this
on.
is-
You
this
know,
is,
Christmas Story. We just talked about this.
Yeah.
Shoot your eye out.
Try out,
Guys,
kid.
nobody,
I haven't read
nobody-
Riding
I don't
BB
think.
Gun.
Did anyone mention this one?
Yeah, because I was saying
no.
his dad watched the sequel. I want to watch the sequel. I
It
actually
just
brought
doesn't.
up
It
when
just
Joe
doesn't
brought up
hold
Willow.
up. It's great when you were a kid, but like I mean, I don't know.
I think it holds up.
There's certain movies where
I can't watch the claymation fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I loved that as a kid. I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch any of that
I
shit.
can never watch that shit.
They used to piss
Also,
me
it
off
makes
because I
health
was
great.
Rudolph. I used to get made fun of, and then all of a sudden I got fucking famous.
my
Now everybody's
God.
on my ass. I don't want to hear it.
You were Rudolph?
I'm saying I am fucking
You
Rudolph.
also got more fucking toys for
Poor
Christmas than
you.
everybody
It's
ever
all a
got.
big nothing.
So yeah, Phil said we got to get Rob. into the
Children
Christmas
hate you
spirit.
and you
So
die in
hopefully
your own arms.
What are you making me do
Sean and
now?
Rob, Phil wants us to get you in the Christmas spirit, guy. So
Oh, ho, ho, yeah.
hopefully we
Where's
can
your
start-
Christmas spirit?
Bah humbug.
You
Oh,
son of a
whoa.
bitch.
famous?
You be
Rob's got-
famous.
No, we
Rob's
definitely got to
got
watch
more
Bad
toys
Santa.
than
All the
any of
glitters
us.
isn't
Stream is
gold, I
canceled.
tell you.
We're watching Bad Santa.
He's sitting in my house with my family, putting up my Christmas tree. What the fuck did I do
Phil
wrong?
Hartman too. Phil Hartman. That's another fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah,
A little Christmas spirit there.
While we're
pal.
talking Christmas, I got another one.
Yeah.
Real tree or fake tree?
Fake. Fuck that. My Uncle Pete's house went on fire because of a real tree. Fuck that shit. That shit
Real
blazed like
tree.
a fucking
So
a Ghost
Real
Rider.
tree,
Forget
hands
it.
down. The smell of a real tree.
Listen,
is-
I grew up with
You
dogs
can
in my
get
house.
fart sprays that smell like a tree. You don't.
We
need that
never had a real tree. I never had a real tree.
What?
Yeah, I know.
it's-
shit. Never in my life.
a
have
pain
I
in
had
the
a real
ass.
tree.
Listen,
It's
it's
a
a
true
neither?
pain in the fucking
Never.
ass.
it's
Oh
a
my
pod-
God.
it's a
To me, it's
podcast
real
first.
Christmas.
So
Real-
you're all voting fake tree.
Listen,
Nope.
Italian
I said
people
real,
don't
like,
fucking.
You
fucking
said
times, but-
I heard you say it's a pain in the
Hear me.
ass.
I said having a real tree is a pain in the ass, but I would prefer it over a fake.
Ah, yeah.
Nope. No.
I
To me,
agree.
it's real
Oh,
Christmas.
fake tree.
I mean, we had this battle with my parents
Pull the
because they
thing
got a
out,
fake
you
tree.
fix the branches, you throw the fucking lights on.
That's
That's
it,
it.
that's it.
Goodbye.
But the smell, dude, the
Yeah,
smell
it's
of a real
trash.
Christmas tree
So it's so
cannot
trash.
be beat.
It
That smells
devalues
great.
I got the
Christmas.
pine smell
gonna
for the
take-
train.
It doesn't compare the can. My mom tried to say we have the
Forefathers
candle.
did, our
No,
forefathers, they went into the woods and they cut down that special tree with their bare hands, and that's what we're doing.
Well,
We're
an
getting
ass.
the Griswold family Christmas tree.
No, not my family. We
Yeah,
always
no,
had
water
this
it.
fake tree.
No, dude.
Fake trees just
And that's why I
devalue
fucking
Christmas
allergies
even
would
more.
always
But
go
going to
nuts
get
'cause
the
those
tree was a
fucking
whole
dust.
experience. You go to the place, you look at several
I
love
trees.
I
that
haven't done that in
tree.
my entire life.
That's
Ah, look at the
sad,
tree.
man. That's
It's
amazing.
big.
I
It's
love
cold,
that tree.
but you're like getting
Who
the
fuck
tree and
wants
it's
it? I
awesome.
gotta carry the fucking tree in the
Dad,
house.
Well, you
that
don't.
tree
You're a
wouldn't
kid.
fit in our yard.
You're
It's
a
not
kid.
going in
You
our
you're
yard.
the
Trust-
adults do that. You
Well,
don't.
no,
I'm saying now at this stage in the fucking game, I don't even have a full size tree because my father likes
Even
to have his
Phil-
Christmas village. so
Phil
we put
has
it
a
up high.
real tree in his New York City apartment.
That's insane.
I mean, come on, that's
that's nuts.
that's
That's too much.
No, I
It's
just.
real-
That's a
his
fucking
entire
trek.
life.
I gotta imagine the trek for that. You gotta bring that thing up the elevator.
I
up
do
the
love
stairs.
Christmas lights, man. There's nothing like Christmas lights.
I do like Christmas. I like driving around the
Bringing up
neighborhood and seeing them.
lights.
We don't do a big
funny.
fiasco no more, but we used to put up like shit in the front. We had the reindeer that light up and all the shit.
One light goes out, they all go out.
Oh, I love that. The 12 Pains of
ringing up the
Christmas.
lights.
I would say the 12
Hangovers.
Pains of Christmas is my favorite Christmas song.
Oh yeah, I think that's
Definitely my favorite
that's a given.
Christmas
Your
song.
favorite Christmas
The
song.
Nut- the
Okay, so
Nutcrackers.
second to
I
that
love the
song, what's your
Nutcracker.
favorite Christmas song?
The Nutcracker
Oh, I don't
Suite.
know. I like Oh Holy Night. There's a lot of
Yeah.
good renditions of that.
Real
Boys
like
to Men,
Peter
Oh
Griffin
Holy Night.
Carol.
Ding, fried it down, ding, fried it down, ding, fried it down, ding, fried it down.
No, that would be too funny. If
Ask
he's
who
too
you shall
successful
receive,
with
Phil.
video. He doesn't want to do it.
I actually got a Burger King crown. I got to do that skit. I got to record that for you for Christmas for YouTube.
Mm.
I did all the shit.
I like White Christmas.
White Christmas. It's all right.
Oh
Oh wait, there's no place like home but for the holidays. I like that one too.
Which one?
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays.
I usually sing
No
Christmas
matter
music
how far
very sarcastically because I'll be at work.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
at work, like where we
Yeah.
work, it's like everything. It's the most
Wonderful
wonderful time of the
year.
Fucking Jesus.
Like, yeah, fucking
Even
wonderful.
though
ain't
we're
it?
all crying and all slowly dying,
like-
we're
no,
happy
but-
to be here.
Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker to me is
Oh
like
yeah.
essential Christmas music.
It's
like
such a
real-
nefarious song,
I
though.
really
You just
don't-
think of these
I don't
little
like
fucks
that one.
creeping
I don't know. I
around.
like the ballet.
Oh yeah,
aspect.
well the whole album. I listened to the whole thing. It's that's Sugar Plum Fairies. Nutcracker is run, run, dun, 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 na, 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 dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
no.
That's
Oh, dun, 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 dun. I don't know what that one one is.
Horses running.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's like
that's-
also.
Jingle
That's not-
bells,
that's
Batman
correct.
smells, Robin, lady make.
All right,
But
Rob,
then
put
every
that
now and
down,
then you
though. I
get
wanna
these
see some
R&B
fucking Really Pure
remixes.
Perfect caroling. That's hilarious.
Caroling, caroling through the snow.
That's the electric Christmas song. I love the Home Alone soundtrack.
Yeah, that's a good
Star
one.
of Bethlehem.
bells, sweet silver bells,
fucking,
all sweet to say,
I don't. What is the electric fucking?
That one, whatever the actual version of that song is, though.
Oh, the Carol of the
He's
Bells.
talking about rocking around the
Carol of the
Christmas
Bells.
tree.
Carol of the
You
Bells.
mean like
Rocking
electric
around the Christmas tree, have a
Yeah,
happy
guitar?
holiday.
You know what I always fucking hated though, because you'd
Feliz
see the commercial would
Navidad.
come on and it would play all the Christmas music for the CD, and then it would always be the fucking howl the blue Christmas. I hate that fucking
Without
song.
you,
I will tell
I
you.
like
Christmas
I like
music
Elvis's
was-
version of
I'll be so blue.
Rob. Give me Elvis Presley. Here Comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane.
Good. It's not bad.
I used to sing Elvis all the time in fucking high school. And people used to crack up. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas white.
Well, we still got a couple more weeks, so we could try to come up with some fun, some more Christmas-related polling.
We'll just do
here.
Christmas carols. We'll just all
be
sing.
fun.
Fucking, we'll do like a barbershop quartet of Christmas music. Go caroling.
Santa Claus comes to play.
Carol.
Fucking,
If I wasn't on remote, it would probably sound pretty decent.
Oh man,
Perhaps.
you
we
guys-
got the Halos theme
some
that
of you
one
guys-
time sounded pretty good. Vince.
You guys are all tone deaf, so you guys are all flat, like fucking a little bit.
You should have saw me singing
honest.
karaoke with fucking Rob. Oh,
Yeah.
God, that was
You're flat.
awful. Terrible.
You ever see the
Karaoke
video of the
night.
little guy in the
A lot of
city,
fun,
like flipping
though.
out
I
on?
sing like shit, and the more drunk I get, the worse it gets.
So karaoke night on the podcast.
Fuck that. No more karaoke for me.
We'll just take requests from the people in the comments.
Retired
What song do you want
permanently.
us to try to sing from memory?
Never again.
See, everyone will fucking forget the
Without me, I'll go
lyrics.
to bed.
about one line into the
Everybody
song.
would be fucking up. That's verse
shit.
2. That's
I just
verse
have
1.
Rob do Biggie Smalls all night, and it'll be fine.
I did that
Oh,
already.
we
may have done that.
I've had a lot of that. So
I've had a lot of that already.
You know what I like too about Christmas is also like the commercials never change. Like they still replace some of the
Coca-Cola
old as fuck.
bears?
Well, with Coca-Cola, you know,
The
fucking
Oh, you
does
mean like
that.
the fucking
Or like the
M&Ms?
Corona commercial. It's always that same Corona commercial of like the.
Remember the
Yes,
M&Ms
trucks
or the
back
fucking
in
Hershey
the
Kiss
day.
with the
He
bells?
does
They do exist.
Yeah, the Hershey bells. You know the
Yeah,
Hershey Kiss
yeah,
bells.
that's another big one.
It's old.
Yeah,
It's
it's still all the same like commercials.
it's not all.
Well,
the
you know,
same.
it's
A lot of the same. Yeah.
it's classic, so they bring it out because nostalgia. You know, it gets you in the spirit. 'cause
Well,
it's
this whole
something from years
podcast
and
is
years
based
ago.
on nostalgia. So I mean,
we are the nostalgia
We're
Well,
the
we have
podcast.
nostalgia
left.
podcast. It's a
All right,
You know
let's
when they
ri-
say "remember when" is what does Tony say?
Pepperidge Farm, remembers?
Remember when is the lowest form of communication.
flattery
lowest form of conversation.
Something like
conversation,
that.
flattery.
Yeah, it's some Tony Soprano.
Lowest form
quote.
of conversation. All right, so yeah, I think you take us home.
Take us home, Robbie.
Fucking A. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Break Room Podcast. If you like this show, please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We love to bring this show to you guys. We'll be back hopefully next Friday, unless, you know, there's some earth-shattering bullshit that happens.
an earth-shattering kaboom.
Earth-shattering kaboom. There was
Happy holidays.
Yeah, but happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Fuck
Merry
that.
Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, whatever the
Festivus for the rest of us.
The Festivus poll, the airing of the grievances.
Fucking happy holiday shit.
But
Joe's getting cold for
He's
he's
Christmas.
getting mad.
Give you
He's
sister's
getting
ass for
angry.
Christmas.
Look, he's getting mad.
That's it.
But thank you for tuning in. Snoochie Boochies, may the force be with you.